You are definitely crazy.
Abandoning all ships, it's about to go down, no Titanic. There's a lot going on in my head right now, but I manage. Good heart, good soul, both been in bad hands. I could deal damage. Real damage. Both hands in the air as I scream out prayers. My demons show their face in the midnight air. Just got a new house, gotta hide the skeletons in the closet and keep them there, really trying to forget about them. They tell me God watching over me, I don't doubt, but I can see I'm getting tired of me sinning and wildin'. Don't know what to do with myself these days. Young rich nigga, I done fell in love with the pain. But all this money don't rip me of my pain. But everywhere I go, I can make it precipitate rain. Fucked up, I did. Fucked up, I am. Calm down, I can. Shit, here we go again. Abandoning all ships, it's about to go down, no Titanic. There's a lot going on in my head right now, but I manage. Good heart, good soul, both been in bad hands. I could deal damage. Real damage. Both hands in the air as I scream out prayers. My demons show their face in the midnight air. Set sail in a codeine bottle, I'ma drown in it. Drown in it. Shit fills me up, but whatever goes up goes down in it. Down in it. At the end of the day, I'm blessed, oh yes. Crack a smile with it. Smile with it. Now I'm frowning again. Life goes so fast, watch it blow in the wind. Can't get time back, I've been begging for it. Fucked up, I did. Fucked up, I am. Here we go again. Abandoning all ships, it's about to go down, no Titanic. There's a lot going on in my head right now, but I manage. Good heart, good soul, both been in bad hands. I could deal damage. Real damage. Both hands in the air as I scream out prayers. My demons show their face in the midnight air. Midnight air. Midnight air. Midnight air. I'ma drown in
Good morning, chat. Oh, wait. There we go. Hi. Did you guys enjoy that song from our Lord Kanye? What a crazy guy. What a silly sausage. Sorry I'm late. I forgot the Direct was today from Nintendo, and it's pretty fun to watch. They kind of dipped out of there without giving the price. It was really funny because everyone was freaking out. It's like, wait, how much is the Switch 2? Oh my god, they didn't announce it. It was a really bad look on them. But they sent it out to like the press instead of having it in their own show, which the Switch 2 show had 1.5 million people watching on the American stream. Not counting all the other ones, not counting Twitch, not counting anything else. Just the American stream alone had 1.5 million people watching, and then it froze the stream. It was so funny. It was hilarious. Yeah, the new From Software game. The real thing was that wheelchair basketball game. That's what I'm hyped for. That was some content. Yeah, it froze. It was so funny. The stream froze. They tried to fix it. They swapped back to like the little intro, like the whole audio and everything was just all out of whack for a while. Everybody switched to like the UK or the Japan. Like everyone just swapped to a different stream. It was so funny. Oh, God. I love gaming. I love that world. It's so fun. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy it day one though. I'm not really a Mario Kart person. I'm not a like WWE is gonna be there, but I have an Xbox. I have a PC. You know, it's kind of cool. You can play it on the go. But I can kind of do that with xCloud. You know, it's not the best, but, you know. If the games were like they used to be, then I would consider it. What else? What else? They showed something with GameCube on Switch Online. Super. Why am I? Oh my god. You guys gotta remind me. I gotta switch to my Discord thing after I get done playing music. GameCube on Switch is huge. I like that. What else was there that like stood out to me? I think the price is actually reasonable, like $450 for everything that can do. It's kind of insane. I'm surprised I got it that low. Also, I do not trust. I feel like majority. Okay, we all know Switch has a large children's player base, right? And I understand that there is also a large portion that is not, right? Why, especially in this time of day, are we making basically Discord for Switch? Why are kids going to be able to have a little camera and video chat, voice chat? I get all the, like, Xbox has done it, but no one fucking used the Kinect, alright? Nobody was chatting. Like, they promoted that like it was Discord. Am I wrong? If anyone saw that. Every time I talk, there's like a static noise. Yeah, it's my fan. I don't really have a way to fix it unless, like, it's something I gotta work on. Yeah, you don't really notice it later whenever we're reacting because it's like, but that's my fan. I don't really, here, I'll turn it down a little bit and see if that helps, but I'm not sure. Ugh. There. It's still there, but I think it's a little bit better. Oh, chat. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Lolcow has been kind of slacking since we got back from Fat Camp. I haven't watched Rewind from last night. I watched most of Queens. It was kind of dreadful. So, things we're gonna go over, you know, there's some things that need to be talked about. So, we'll hop into that. It's not gonna be a big stream. It's gonna be kind of like the last one where it's not like, it'll be like maybe 2.5 hours, maybe 3 at most. The mouse part is weird. I don't like that. Partially because I have one eye and it's hard enough to like move a mouse on a computer and figure that out. The Wii sucked for me. Like, you know how on Wii Sports Resort you would have to move your mouse around and click like to start some of the games? I'm like, it fucking sucked. But it is very weird, but you can't have Nintendo without weird. They always do something unusual. Yeah, thanks, Ant. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that was my thoughts on the Switch 2. Probably won't buy it day one. I did think, and it's in relation to a video I want to make. I'll probably end up making sometime this weekend. I have some things planned in the very near future for videos, aside from Lolcow Catch Up and the body cam stuff. Which will be a very niche audience, but it's something I want to do. But it was showing during the Zelda thing, this like guide that kind of tells you where to go. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am dumb when it comes to video games. Okay, partially because of my vision. Like I get like finding like waypoints and stuff, depending on the game. Not the easiest, not the greatest. Okay. But it was like a GP. I want to know if more games are gonna have whatever that guide thing was, because they do. Then I'll buy. Then I'm interested, depending on how it works. But they showed it on Zelda. They didn't show it on much else. But I've also never played Zelda, so that could be useful. You guys want to get into Lolcow? I could ramble on about this shit for ever. Yeah, see, I popped into the rewind chat in the Discord, and they were all watching Nerds together. So I watched a little bit of Nerds, which we're not going to go over that stream, but we will talk about Nerds. We will talk about Ozzy, but not their show. I mean, if you read the title, you know where this is going. But, yeah. So, let's just... Dogwater is trying to be something that she can't be. And there's something I noticed about her, and this will be like a transition, whatever. Whoops. Wait, is this? What am I doing? What the fuck did I just do?
Twiggy to the left.
Shut up. Oh, fuck.
Of me.
Did I fuck it up?
So here I'm at.
Oh, no. That. Okay.
Make a call here.
Okay, we're good. Where was I? Fuck. Yeah, Dogwater is trying to be something she's not. And the way she thinks is not going to work for her to fill a Becky role. Because she said, I don't remember, I think it was on Locale Live when she was kind of begging, like, or not begging, she was manipulating Eric. She was like, he probably told him to go in there and was like, can you tell, Keem that if you're gonna fire anyone, fire Glammy so it can be me and you running Nerds. Which, first of all, I don't know why you would do that, because if you were watching Rewind, everyone who watches Rewind knew that Buff was gonna end up on Nerds, right? Like, it was right in front of your face. Yeah, so, and then she goes on to, like, call in while Eric's trying to play her cards. And she's like, who's she fighting with? She was fighting with someone, and then she was like, you can't talk about my boyfriend because he's not in the community. But correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Was her boyfriend not causing shit in the Discord? Right? And if he was doing shit in the Discord, stirring the pot, whatever, kind of a part of the community, isn't he? Right? I'd say so. Scroll down. No. You don't know. You don't know what I did. Oh wait, I went to the wrong thing. Whatever. Anyway. So, her boyfriend's basically a part of the community, right? Like, there's no way around it. He's a part of it. So her logic is never going to work. Even though none of these people's logic is going to work. But that's just something that stuck out to me. Alright, so we're going to start here with Nerds. Alright, so this was 2 days ago. Keem's on his whole, we're cutting people, right? So, let's see.
This is not cool to do this. I don't like this. This part of the job just sucks. But change has to come. And Eric, unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go.
Okay, bye.
You're not gonna lose your host role. You'll still be a host. And if some other show happens, you know, then you could definitely, you know, some other opportunity happens, we could definitely get you on there. But
will I still get paid for the month of April?
She went after Tina's son and Pharaoh's girlfriend. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And her boyfriend's in the Discord and was causing shit a month or two ago. So she has no room to talk. That he's not in the community. At all. By the way, they were pointing out yesterday in the Rewind chat that her boyfriend's actually running the OBS for her, which is really funny. I just wanted to let you guys in on that.
Not April, March. Yes, the month you just did. But we appreciate you, King. You're a legend.
Yes.
And
okay, so you heard that too. I didn't even see that in chat. Yeah. Her boyfriend runs the OBS because there was like times where people will be moved out and stuff while her hands are up, like just different stuff that give it away.
you know, you're still welcome in the LCU. Just nerds didn't work out. Sorry, bud. I'm gonna pull you out now.
Pharaoh 96 super chat.
So then it comes down to
99 cents. Let's also talk about how Zay cries about people attacking her about her past, but wants to attack my girl, accusing her of shit when she isn't in this community.
Okay, Pharaoh, you want to bring up my man? I'm gonna bring up your girl the same way you brought her up into the main chat. Stop fucking talking about my boyfriend. He's not a part of this community either.
Oh, wow. It was right there. Okay, well. What do you mean he's not a part of the community? He is. He is. He might not be one of the main people, but he's a shit stirrer in the Discord. Right? People from the Discord get brought up sometimes. So he's not special. He doesn't get special privileges because he's your boyfriend.
now it comes down to Glammy and Zay, and it's a tough one. But
big love for you, Eric. You better show up in Nerds VC, my guy.
Facts.
Heart emoji.
I want to see you there, Eric.
it's a tough one. But unfortunately, moving forward with the new cast, Glammy, I'm gonna have to let you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank God, bro.
Fuck you, Zay.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, Glammy. I'll talk to you later. We'll figure out something.
So, who am I doing the show with?
Someone doesn't watch Rewind. That's crazy. Who am I doing this show with? Ah. Look, why do you say, shut up. I hate her. She's the worst. Awful.
Zay Zudit, I think you will truly, truly love your new co-host.
It's Buff
Glammy needs a new show. I don't know where. She needs a new show. And Xylee, she got Jaded to make her the fucking like compilation of Glammy being fired over and over again. Messed up. Pretty messed up.
Weeb, isn't it?
The new cast of Lolcow Nerds is Zay Zudit.
Yes, her and her boyfriend were causing drama. Buffweeb is okay. I don't think he's like the greatest thing, like some people are making him out to be. But I see the appeal. I see he was bringing in donos yesterday like a fucking psycho. Like people were giving him, just throwing money at the show. But I don't dislike him. I would say he's like maybe like a 6 out of 10 for me.
One buff weeb. Have a good April.
All right, all I gotta say is I didn't know you were bald and you're getting put on an 8-ball next.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. My hairline is like California. It's slowly disappearing more and more every day.
If I see...
Okay. So, they're fired. This is the new cast, which is cool and all. And it was slightly entertaining when I watched yesterday. But can we get some co-hosts that like each other? Like, I don't watch Cafe, alright? I can't, like, complain about that. But that's on me, right? Xylee and Billy, they like each other. They fight. They get into some pretty brutal fights, though. When they fight, it's rough, alright? It's happened twice. We reacted to it once. The other one, right before she went to fat camp. Yeah. I didn't react to that, but that was sad. Sad times. Yeah, and now, like, we had Becky and Tina, who are on good terms, and now they fucking hate each other again. Great. Yeah, Xylee thinks so, too, and she was simping hard on Rewind whenever he first showed up. Hard. Yeah, Billy does like to poke at Xylee. Yeah, Grim and Nightmare are fine. I don't watch Test, so I guess that's on me again. Yeah, I guess it turns out, wow, I just happen to watch all the shows where the co-hosts hate each other. Crazy. Okay. But to be fair, I don't watch this show. It's just a one-time thing. Then there's that docket guy who, I don't have a timestamp, but there's that stupid fuck who calls in and tries to put buff in his place. He's like, if you don't do your part, then we're not gonna help, or whatever the fuck he said. Like, bitch. And then I do like how he just instantly was like, well, then we'll get rid of you, or whatever he said. I was like, okay, yeah, I like that attitude. This fucking Zay simp, this fucking loser, just comes rolling on in. He's like, well, if you don't do your part, we're not gonna work with you. I'm like, bitch, you're not in a position of power here. I'm the one who's getting the checks. You are a volunteer. You are nothing. I appreciate the work you do, but in the grand scheme of the power pyramid or whatever, can't be calling those shots, pal. Anyway, so that's all I got to say about nerds. I wanted to touch on this for a second. So this.
Here I make a joke, which.
Shut up. This was Lolcow, their last stream. They didn't stream yesterday. Thought it was an April Fool's joke, but Boogie's dying apparently. And Boogie being sick isn't the main reason why the title is The End of Boogie. There's an issue with this stream, and it's, if it's real, okay, you know, Boogie likes to do whatever. If all this is real, there's an issue going on here.
I was gonna say
that.
Fucking
I mean,
Kelly's getting hit. Never mind. I was gonna make a joke.
No.
Oh, now you guys want to make the jokes too. What was wrong for the fried chicken guy when you guys laughed, or the other guy who donated? You gotta pick a side, all right?
Oh,
that's not what I was talking about, by the way.
I was gonna say
that was a joke.
Yeah, clearly a joke. God damn it! What's wrong with me?
Why the fuck am I getting ads on my own goddamn show?
So here I make a joke, which if it was real, I would have got canceled, and I just got canceled anyways. Can't win. But no, the reason why EDP is in the thumbnail is because he is in the news. We have probably one of the absolute best dockets we've ever had in the history of the show today. So I'm excited.
I thought you were comparing me to him. I was going to the background check. What is this background check? I don't give a fuck about a docket.
Oh, we're doing a background check.
Well, the last one you did said I murdered somebody, so you know they're not accurate.
Oh, no. We are doing an accurate background check on you tonight.
How could it be accurate?
Tonight.
How could it be accurate?
It's going to be 1,000,000% accurate. It will be 1,000. Dude, how much are you going to drink? Do you have a lean problem? Boogie's on the fucking lean, people.
So, remember how at Fat Camp, Boogie was talking about all this medicine he's on, all these pills he has to take, and then he goes and he starts drinking, right? You know, I'm no doctor. There's some pills now that don't really mix too well with alcohol. And if you mix them with alcohol, you can probably end up dying. Not probably, you could end up dying. Right? Boogie's starting to do this a little more often. I know this is like cough syrup, but he's also drinking a lot. Who the fuck? Like, what? This, everyone thinks like Boogie's gonna die from like being fat or like, well, not cancer, but something like that. Boogie's gonna die from his new alcohol addiction he's finding and mixing his pills, and then fucking he's gonna roll around off his bed one day and fucking Desi's gonna freak out and she's gonna fucking, I don't even know what she's gonna do. Apparently they have like fucking safety drills that he teaches her, and I bet they probably do fucking fire drills too, so she knows how to get out of the house. Jesus Christ. Ugh. You know, people talk about Boogie and how weird it is that he dates her. I don't think it's weird. The age thing, I don't really give a shit about, okay? The thing that worries me about that relationship is how he treats her. Right? Boogie treats Desi like a daughter that he fucks. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure on the show he's been like, yeah, Desi did this for me, and she was doing good, so I went out and I bought her a pink drink. Like, sure. And then the whole thing about, like, when the show first started, he was talking about how he carries her ID around for her. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he treats her like a child. I don't care about how old she is. That's my issue. That's what I was going to say too. Everyone thinks Boogie is going to die first out of all the people on locale. No. Boogie thinks he's going to die in like the next 5 years or whatever he used to say. Nope. Boogie's going to live till like 70. Well, probably around 70. You know what? It might be Keem. Because if Keem believes all the dumb shit he says about going to doctors and, you know, whatever, all the other stupid remedies he has, it might be Keem. I don't know if I believe that he doesn't go to the doctor, though. I don't know if I believe that he drinks all the Kool-Aid that he claims he does. What's up, Blue? It's insane to me. By the way, slightly off topic. We've had a couple shows since Fat Camp. What's your guys' prediction on the Wings return? What are you guys thinking that's gonna happen? I'm still gonna stick to the end of the month. Yeah, Boogie is very controlling. She's gonna get crushed by Boogie. There's an episode of Family Guy where Peter did that. Or, yeah, that's really funny. 3 weeks? Okay. July 1st, like Keem originally said. We'll see. I don't see it going that long. Because they're planning Ghost Camp, right? And they say they want to do these a lot more often, right? So let's say they do their camping trip at Keem's again, like spring, or not spring, like around fall, late summer, early fall. So like September, October. Okay? And they want to do like smaller versions of all these trips. They want to do Ghost Camp. Whose idea was Ghost Camp? I think it was Wings. Wings was excited about Ghost Camp. And if they want to do Ghost Camp, I remember originally they were saying in April. I don't think it's going to be that soon. But maybe in May, like mid to late May, they do Ghost Camp. Wings will be there. There's no way Wings is missing Ghost Camp. No way. I don't believe it. 1 week? It's possible. Yeah, but whether it's real, fake, whatever. Whenever I do these shows, I need to write like a disclaimer where everything we talk about is on the assumption that it's real. So yeah, I'm a little worried about Boogie. So keep that in mind. This next part is something I was originally going to cover, but I dropped it.
Nightmare to the right.
Shut up. So this was during Fat Camp. This was it revolves around Roxy and her fear of the Chucky doll, which has been played off as a joke for a while. And I guess it was okay to do on shows, but once they got in person, it was like more of a childhood trauma thing, is what Keem said. And apparently, like, this was a whole thing, because Keem said, okay, there's 3 Chucky dolls here, I understand the joke, I understand what you guys were trying to do, but we can't do that, alright? You cannot scare Roxy with the Chucky dolls, because she will nearly have a heart attack, is basically what he was saying. And I wasn't going to cover this originally because the day I was going to cover it, it was resolved. But I want to use this as an intro piece to what happened on Rewind the other night. Okay? Because somebody keeps finding themselves in little sticky situations. I just want to, you know, want to throw this in your mind, chat. I want you guys to see the, or if, I'm not going to say there is, because I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to give it my full attention. And I want to see if we can find the manipulation in Mr. Twigster. Alright? So, let's go, chat.
Here, regularly scheduled rewind.
Okay.
Now we have Twiggy to the left of me, Nightmare to the right of Xylee.
What happened, boys?
Who wants to go?
Twiggy gives you Pancake Man vibes. You know who gives, like, okay. I get that. I agree. He's like a, not, he's not on the same level, but I get it. I know what you mean. But I think Zay has more of the crash out end of it. Like, I could see if Zay gets fired and gets fucked over, quote, by the universe, she will run directly to the other side. You know what I mean? The Fat Camp Invader side. 100%. Percent. She'll run right over there.
First, I would probably say Nightmare.
No, I'll let Twiggy go first.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, so how early do we want to start, right? Just last night or, like, the last time it happened?
What do you mean?
Because I learned today that it's happened once before, like, with the Chucky doll.
Yeah, you knew that when everyone was told by the way.
No, and for when I didn't, too, I can prove, like, I was not watching the stream that night. I was with Michael.
No, you didn't find. You may not find out from the stream, but literally, when I was pulled into a private meeting during cafe, when I was literally told,
Yeah,
I
I
was
wasn't awake
let me
for
finish.
cafe.
I'm responding. When I was literally informed via Discord I was fired, I went out into the lounge, got pulled out into the back, and they told me I was fired. And they were like, "Well, Twiggy was already."
Let me slow this down because Nightmare has an accent.
He knew. He was told. And that was by other sources that said that.
Well, bring on those sources, because they're lying. I literally had no idea that it had happened before. I thought it was a bit. Even when yesterday Roxy was telling me a story, like, I asked her, I was like, so where does this stem from? Because we were just joking around about it. And she says it's from a doll from the Twilight Zone called Talking Tina. And I Googled it, and she literally told me to Google it, and I showed her the doll. And I was like, is this the right one? And she says, yeah, that's it. And there was no reaction to it. So I literally just assumed it was all a bit. And since the day I got here, I told Roxy.
Exactly. That's exactly how that went, yes. Everyone thought it was an act until they realized it wasn't. And that specific instance is why I didn't think it was an act. I told Matt, like, early on, I was like, people are really making some excuses, you know? But where was I going with that? Shit. Oh yeah, that situation is where I adopted, if anyone is saying the phrase in response to any kind of criticism or anything like that, if anyone says the phrase, oh, that's just blank, like, that's just, for example, that's just Keemstar, that's how he is. Or, like, okay, maybe not the best example, but you get the idea, though. Like, then there's probably something going on there, you know? Keemstar is probably the worst example I could have used for that, but, yeah.
Way before we were here, that I'm going to walk up behind you and I'm going to scare you. And she says, okay, like, let's do it. So I did it, and then I pulled her aside afterwards, and I was like, hey, Roxy, I didn't think you'd, like, actually be scared. And this isn't with a doll. This is just me walking up and, you know, jump scaring her, basically. And I told her I was sorry. Like, I didn't think she'd actually...
Hold on, did he just admit to, like, pre-planning this, and then says she got scared from that?
Roxy says, okay, like...
Sorry, we gotta make sure we have context here.
Before we were here, that I'm going to walk up behind you, and there was no reaction to it. So I literally just assumed it was all a bit. And since the day I got here, I told Roxy way before we were here that I'm going to walk up behind you and I'm going to scare you. And she says, okay, like, let's do it. So I did it, and then I pulled her aside.
Okay. He's using the phrase, and I'm going to go based off of his words here. He's using the phrase, let's do it, which means she's on board, she's agreed to it. Granted, he didn't say that she knew when, but she said that she agreed to it. Let's do it. Okay? I'm just trying to build the story to see if anything changes. I don't remember.
Afterwards, and I was like, hey, Roxy, I didn't think you'd, like, actually be scared. And this isn't with a doll. This is just me walking up and, you know, jump scaring her, basically. And I told her I was sorry. Like, I didn't think she'd actually react like that. And she's like, no, this is me. But keep on doing it because you remind me of my son, and, you know, it's fun. I've been homesick.
Okay. That's an interesting response to something that causes childhood trauma and almost makes you have a heart attack. Okay.
So I've literally been scaring her the whole time. I didn't know where the Chucky dolls were. That was the first time I had.
So why can't you take accountability for this one? And I took my share of the accountability.
I did take accountability.
You didn't. First of all, you said that. First of all, you tried to say that I didn't tell you not to grab it. Then you accidentally outed yourself on Discord, and I screenshotted it because I was like, because you think you can manipulate Twiggy. And that's why I saw you in the corner back there doing. You were manipulating the situation with Roxy and Savage because you feel everyone falls like putty into your hand. But all you've proven this week is that you were manipulative little bitch, dude.
You know, everyone who talks about Twiggy says the same word. Manipulative. Isn't that interesting? It's pretty interesting to me.
Literally, you shot over your entire fucking fan base when you had your little crash out and tried to save face saying it was all a fucking... No, you tried to save face saying it was all a bit, bro. You made yourself look like a fucking asshole. I tried to fucking help you in Rostov. You didn't help yourself there, and I fucking tried to help you. And then the next stream you went on, which I advised you to do, by the way, you decided to go the apology route and act like, oh, yeah. And then behind the scenes, you're like, I don't give a fuck. That was just a bit.
No, I literally never said that.
Yeah,
no, you are making shit up now.
Of course
I'm not going to go on and apologize when I don't mean it, okay?
Okay.
And also, like, I just want to clarify. He did tell me to get the doll.
I don't believe him. I think he would. He would 100% go on and apologize. Sorry, I don't have any charity for Twiggy, because I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I just think he does whatever he can to get out of any situation that he's in hot water.
Told me where the doll was, and then as I'm walking away, he goes, don't do it. And I thought he was joking.
As I'm walking away, I didn't say anything as you were walking away. You can look at the actual footage.
That was the last thing you said to me before I got up.
I have a question. How did you not know about not doing that to Roxy with a doll when everybody else knew?
Right.
Because I thought it was a bit. I was never told by Keem or anybody.
I've never liked Twiggy since the beginning, but he got some cool points whenever he was on he did that show with Jaffe on Test way back in the day, in the early days, and they were talking about like My Name is Earl and other shit. Like, it's a good show. Anyone who's seen My Name is Earl gets cool points.
Buddy.
Okay.
Genuinely.
You know why he's freaking out, guys?
Wait, excuse me. Hold on. Let me talk. Server mute. All right? This means server mute. Okay. But everybody knew not to do that with Roxy. So I'm trying to figure out, with you working the production and everything, how did you not know?
I want to say I didn't know that none of us were supposed to do it, because I almost thought about doing it last night.
Right.
To Roxy as well.
Uh-huh.
But
you're
I knew,
evil like that.
Yeah, I still want to do it to Roxy, honestly.
Yeah.
But I thought Nightmare wasn't allowed to do it anymore. So I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to do it. I just thought Nightmare wasn't allowed to do it. I thought that she was actually scared of it, and that's why Nightmare wasn't allowed to do it. So I really didn't want to do it. But also, I didn't really care that she was that scared, because I am evil. And I was still thinking about doing it because I thought it would be funny. But, you know, I didn't know. Like there wasn't like an all call to say don't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't. I like, just straight up, I didn't know that we weren't all allowed not to do it.
No, I didn't know we weren't supposed to do it at all. When the first stream happened, I was in the little bar room, right? The stream was on, but it was muted, and I was in Mike's video. You can go look at the Pickle Boy Gets Drunk.
But after
Who is your source?
Who's my source? Keem, who was out with us when you basically told me I was fired and you confirmed it? Because I know it was a female, and she literally said, "Oh, Twiggy already knew about it. He was told."
Who was your source?
I don't know if it was Brantley or if it was someone else. I know it was a female's voice, though, for certain.
Was it Kyrie?
Maybe Kyrie. I don't know.
Well, then maybe we should have Kyrie here then.
But again...
No, I don't want her on the show.
But then going into it as well, you literally were saying how I didn't tell you not to go grab it, and then you outed yourself. Here.
No,
I literally got a screenshot right
literally
here.
The last thing,
and you were
I said
called
jokingly.
a fucking liar.
Yes, does it not say jokingly in there?
Wait, dude, I literally told you like 3 times.
No, you
don't grab
didn't.
it.
You said don't grab it. Like that was exactly how you said it one time, and then you let me go grab it.
I'm fucking chuckling. I'm drunk, dude, and I'm having a good time. Like I'm just having a laugh.
You told me where they were. You told me to do it before you said don't grab it.
Dickhead. You asked. I slipped up. I was shit-faced.
You told me, and I wasn't.
I'm not saying that.
It's not an excuse. Being drunk is not an excuse for
I
stupid
took
action.
accountability. You fucking lied, dude.
And I said that I did it. I
took
said
accountability. You fuck.
Here's annoying. I don't know what she was thinking getting in front of Wings. I don't even know the thought. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, not even on not even like good on like a woman standard for like standing up. That's just, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. Oh God, I don't think she's annoying though. And I haven't seen her in enough like content aside from that. Fuck, what was I about to say? Shit. So, what I'm gathering, right, is aside from the whole I didn't know that I couldn't scare Roxy thing that we're playing here, the story is they were all drunk. I think this was during a sleep stream, I'm not sure. Apparently, Nightmare told Twiggy to go scare Roxy with the Chucky doll. Nightmare, I think, knew not to scare her, and he told Twiggy to. That's why Kima's pissed at Nightmare at the end of Fat Camp. Okay? And then Twiggy went and did it, which, from what we just heard, he agreed to it. I think he came back, or he asked, then he was like, okay, where's the doll? And then Nightmare told him, which, yeah, that's bad. But I just don't buy that Twiggy didn't know. I feel like that's just a cover. Like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't hear you. Like, sure, pal. You're doing the camera stuff. You're all over. You got to move all this stuff around. And you're going to tell me that you didn't hear once. Not to scare Roxy? Really? I don't believe you. I'm not going to go through Fat Camp and prove where you're right there and in earshot, right? I can believe Billy, right? Because there were parts during Fat Camp where Billy's just not on camera. You were always around, it seemed. Right? Anyway. Let's proceed, chat.
Fucking lying, trying to manipulate the situation. You spend all day here brown nose, and you've been in the corner there brown nosing with fucking Roxy and Savage.
No, bring Roxy
because
in.
That's fine, because you've been working your magic on her, but that ain't gonna work here, Chief.
I literally apologized after she calmed down.
And you know what's funny is, like, most of the fucking Discord was already in agreement with me before they found out that you were a fucking liar.
Yes, because most of the Discord gets trolled by me before I was ever on the show.
No, because you literally said you don't give a fuck about any of them. You've literally outed them, calling them assholes. Yeah, troll. That's what you do when everything backfires.
Exactly, and that's my whole thing. Twiggy wants to play like he's smarter than everybody, and like he's this... I forget what word he always uses to describe himself, which might get brought up later, but he's self-aware. He knows what he's doing, and then he plays dumb to get out of the situation, and it works. It works. I don't know why. Twiggy is not anywhere near the top of the entertainment spectrum on locale. I'd rather have, I was about to say 3 kins, but that might be too far. That might be a bit too far, chat. I'd rather have Review Tech USA, Glammy, and who's the third? Grim. I'd rather have Grim, Review Tech USA, and Glammy do a show and watch every single episode at normal speed than to have Twiggy. Ugh.
When you try doing
why
this
wouldn't I appreciate the people who got me here?
When
moron?
you tried doing the supervillain arc and it backfired, that's what you fucking did. Yeah,
I was trying to do a supervillain arc and it backfired on me. I was an idiot. I'm not a good actor. My bad.
Dude, you're literally, the reason why you're behaving like this right now is because you've been fucking outfit, bro.
You behave like this all the time. Remember when Rastov made a poll and you came onto the show
And what do you say behind the scenes? What do you say behind the scenes after your argument with him on Monday?
You tell me, because I have no idea.
You said he did that maliciously, by the way.
I don't remember saying that.
Right, there we go.
I really don't remember saying that. You just can't put words in my mouth,
There we go. What messages were you showing me while we were streaming and you were out in Rostov? What messages were they?
The one of him talking about numbers. That was it.
No, what was more than that?
No, it wasn't. It was just the numbers, and I said that on stream. You can't just make up stuff that nobody else can see. No, you are making up stuff that nobody else can see.
You hate these accents. You hate America and like London or wherever the fuck Nightmare's from. You know, I haven't seen anything bad on Nightmare, so I'm not going to have Nightmare slander in my chat, okay?
See, okay? Literally. You got one out of context little screenshot because you said it jokingly. You told me where it was, right?
You asked.
I had no idea this was an issue.
And you're right. I shouldn't have told you. I shouldn't have told you. You are right. That's my bad.
Mission of Bloodline. Welcome to Band World.
Like, I'm not
shit-faced and I slipped up. That was my bad.
You're mad because you didn't listen to Keem. You got fired for it, right? And I'm still here because I didn't know, bro.
Oh, yeah,
nobody told me anything.
Of course you didn't.
Keem couldn't even tell. Like, there was no witness.
Okay.
You made that shit up, bro.
Okay.
Isn't it interesting how he keeps swearing he didn't know? Swearing he didn't know about any of this. But then, when Nightmare said that he was drunk, he reverted to I was too. It wasn't, I didn't know. It was, oh yeah, I was drunk too. Huh. Interesting how he swapped the story for a second there.
Like, you're lying.
Tina's even saying you bullshit, mate. You can't.
Tina's just screaming off in the distance.
Look, this is how a deluded sociopath reacts when they get outed for their fucking stank in their wardrobe.
Sociopath.
What do you think, Billy?
Yeah, bro.
Well, real quick.
Oh.
I just want to say Nightmare.
Yeah, he got fired from his show, Test. And then, this is Rewind. But it was Fat Camp, so they're not just going to send him home early. But, obviously, it's locale. He got his job back in, like, 2 days, so.
Why did you tell him where it was? Why didn't you tell him, do not do it?
And why were you laughing when it happened?
You were, wait. First of all, Billy was laughing when it happened. Everyone was laughing when it happened. But again, it's like, at the end of the day, people make fucked up jokes about like fucked up shit. But that doesn't mean they're going to fucking act upon it. No, it's a fucking joke at the end of the day. Same with fucking Mike when I mentioned about the donut goal. We laughed it off afterwards. Obviously, with this situation building up, it makes it look like it was much more malicious.
Nightmare, focus on me.
Sorry.
Right. I yelled at you and I explained to you, right, that this was serious. That she could die. She could literally have a heart attack. She's like in a full panic attack mode and she's like she can't function after something like this for like hours and hours and hours, right?
I didn't know that. That's why I laughed.
I didn't either.
So I would expect after I told you that.
I don't know. Southern women just like to be loud.
That when Twiggy brings up the idea or whoever brings up the idea, that you put a stop to it. But instead you told him where to find the dolls. This is why I'm so pissed at you.
No, I understand that, and that's my fuck up, right? I was drunk, no excuse, and I slipped up and I said it, and then I literally started telling him, don't grab it, don't do it. Which he's admitted to. He can say it was in a jokey way whatsoever.
Don't do it.
But you also said I'd said it as you were running away to go grab it. But if you look at the video, if you look at the live video, because I've watched it, because I've tried to listen to see if you can hear my conversation.
I want to say something real quick, and this is Rewind, so I feel like I can say something. I like fucking with Roxy. I think it's fucking hilarious. Every morning I wake up, I see her in the kitchen, I talk shit to Roxy, I laugh. And then I do something nice for Roxy.
Yeah, I love Roxy.
And then I don't want you to fucking talk over me, Twiggy. Shut the fuck up right now. And I do something nice for Roxy. And then I'm kind to Roxy. And then I
maybe there's something in the water. Snake piss.
make sure Roxy knows I'm her fucking friend. And there's 40 other fucking people in this house that just kick the shit out of fucking Roxy and go and drink and go and fuck off. It's 40 fucking people shitting down Roxy's fucking throat. It's 40 fucking people that don't give a fuck about Roxy and kick the shit out of fucking Roxy. They did the same fucking thing to Becky. There's a bunch of sick fucks.
When's the last time Billy said a sentence that didn't have the word fuck in it?
They just want to get their fucking kicks in. Nobody really cares about nobody.
There you go.
So think about that for a second, you fucking psychos. And think about your fucking job and think about your fucking selves. Think about how fucking cool and how much fucking fun you're having at Fat Camp. Remember that. And now argue.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been friends with Roxy, right? Like last night I went to apologize to Roxy because I realized how real it is. I genuinely had no idea, and Roxy will back me up on that.
Yeah,
because when
you've
she
been
told me the
fucking
story,
whispering in her ear
no,
the
I
entire
haven't
day,
been
but,
manipulating her.
I've been speaking to her nicely behind the scenes.
Savage was
well.
there.
It makes no
Savage doesn't
difference.
like me.
That's
She would have
fair.
called it out.
I've literally been speaking to her nicely as well, mate. What fucking argument does that have for your bullshit?
no,
See, this
because
is the
you-
He's drinking his snake piss water.
You don't understand,
Do you
dude.
know
Me and
why
Roxy have
everyone
talked
is
a
like
lot.
turning against you on you? It's because they are realizing you are a one-note personality. This manipulation tactic you play a plethora of times. You think that you fucking can put the wool over everyone's eyes, but it's only so many times before you see.
Exactly. Exactly. This is why I like Nightmare. This is why I don't like people whenever I don't know them. Okay? Fun fact about me. Alright, if I have no clue who you are, don't like you. Probably. Alright? I judge people. Okay? I shouldn't. Not my place. Don't care. I do. Alright? Nightmare. Getting some cool points. I like him. I like him. You know why? Because he gets it. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. So far. You think? Don't fuck it up, Nightmare. Swear to God.
The latest shit underneath.
And you just yell at people, bro.
Oh, like you just did.
No,
like you
yes,
just did.
because I had to talk
crazy.
over you,
like
you
you've
retard.
done all week.
Are you?
Like
are
you've
you
done all
retarded?
week. You've been yelling all week. That's crazy, man.
I've been yelling
Please
when
go off,
requested
Queen.
to yell
Tell
on
me how I
rages,
fucking yell
bro.
all the time. That's all you've been doing all week.
They asked
One-note
me. They
personality,
asked me on
penguin
stream.
fuck.
Okay, so why when we were doing a sleep stream last night, and a lot of us were actually trying to sleep at the beginning of it before it turned into a disaster. Like I literally.
Yeah, exactly. If anyone should have been fired here, it should have been Twiggy. It should have never been Nightmare. I think what Twiggy did was probably worse. Because I believe that he knew. I believe he knew not to get the Chucky doll. But because he's a master manipulator, he tricked everyone into thinking he did it. Which, there you go.
Borderline fell asleep multiple times. And then you come in and you just start screaming when there's no donos, having to be the center of attention, right? Yes.
No, dude.
Were you told to go in there?
That is fucking
Nightmare. Nightmare, what do you think about Twiggy saying you have to be the center of attention?
Dude, that is fucking ironic. You know what?
Because every time something happens.
You're right.
No, wait, hear me out.
Everybody be quiet, because I'm on this show and I'm one of the hosts of this show. You are always trying to be the center of
I'm
attention.
told to go in there,
Who the fuck
though.
are you to tell somebody you're trying to...
Yeah, I don't like new people. Alright? I just want to be in my little friend group. I don't want any new people. Alright? I just want a small little group. Alright? I'm tired of all these people being little snakes. Alright? Look at all these people. I know Local's the worst example possible. Okay? Look at all these people and how they turn on each other in an instant. They don't care. They don't care.
to be the center of attention. That's you, Twiggy.
But hear me out, right?
I admit I went on
Hear me
to a
out.
bit of fun. I
And
admit I went on to fun. You crashed 3 test streams in a row because you fucking
won't
couldn't
hear me
say
out.
shit. You
I
were
was-
inflated ego.
You told me to go on test. You told me to go on
No,
test.
I didn't.
Yes, you
Grim.
did. Yes,
Grim.
you did.
Grim,
You
please,
told
mate.
me. No, you
Please.
told me. Not Grim.
Wait,
You
let him
did.
speak. Let him fucking speak.
I'm gonna speak on behalf of Test. I don't remember saying you could hop on Test.
It wasn't you. It was him. It was just him.
Wait. I only want to hear Grim speak right now. Go, Grim.
So I don't remember asking Twiggy to hop on. Neither was I asked if he wanted to hop on. And same goes for Nightmare, because Nightmare never made that clear to me.
How many times we had a conversation after the first stream that I didn't want him on the stream anymore, and then he came on
multiple times.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was clear. At least.
Thank you.
That was clear.
Yeah, but then you
See, that's relatable. I don't want certain people on my stream.
told me to come on and hash it out. You said it would be good content.
No,
so I
if you
came
were on
on.
about the thing with Ozzy, that's because I care about you guys. I wanted
No.
to fucking hell.
No, you
Mike
even said that. You
Fam
told me to do that.
22 for $19.99 says, dude, yes, Twiggy is right for once. Nightmare was being obnoxiously loud when everyone was trying to sleep, and it was only him, too, for the majority of the time. Guys, if you send 20s in, we'll read those. The 5s will get read later.
What was
Like,
that?
this is-
Guys, if you was trying to sleep and it was only him,
It was a sleep stream. Who cares if you're trying to sleep? Stop. What a stupid donation. What a dummy. What a not smart person. What a very double-digit IQ take. What a bozo.
2 for the majority of the time. Guys, if you send 20s in, we'll read those. The 5s will get read later.
Like, this is the one time, I was just doing what I was told. I was told to go in there and sleep, and you just had to come in constantly and yell, right?
You are right. I went on there for a bit of fun.
Then it turned into the Roxy sleep stream because, people were literally donating for us to do the bullhorn and stuff, right? Constantly. It was a stream of donos, so we were doing it. And then somebody donated for the Chucky doll. And I was like, should we go get the Chucky doll? Like I literally whispered it to you. I said, should we go get the Chucky doll? You said yes. And then I asked
that's not what happened at all.
Yes, you literally said yes. And then I asked you where it is, and then you told me that it's in the cupboard beside your bed where you've been keeping it, right? Mm-hmm. And then I went and got it.
No, you're missing where. See, again, this is where you slipped up.
You told me
you admitted that I told you not to do it several times.
Yeah, laughing, don't do it, bro. And then you were laughing the whole time until I came back. You knew what you were doing. You just thought you could get away with it because you were drunk.
Right. Okay, yeah,
and drunk takes away all.
But you use the same thing. You literally reverted to that too whenever he said that. He was like, oh, I was, and I wasn't. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how he said it. He said, I wasn't? Question mark? Like, all right, pal, you try to use the same excuse. So you want to come at him for saying that, but then you want to try and use it too until you can use it as an offensive move instead of a defense? God, I'm on fire today. I'm spitting today, guys. I hate Twiggy. Hate him. Strongly dislike, because I don't hate anyone.
All accountability.
No, it doesn't. I take full accountability. I've said that multiple times.
Yes, but then you have to keep on mentioning you're shit-faced.
No, I was shit-faced before I slipped up, dude. It's called unmedicated fucking ADHD and alcohol, bro.
Exactly. And that's spot on, right? That's exactly what he does. And we're going to see that here. We're going to see that on the other thing I have to play. And then, that's the end of the stream. But I don't really have much more playing. But they're long segments, okay? But that's exactly what he does. You're going to see it. Because, and the other thing, we're going to go to Twiggy's talking about something that nobody remembers. And then by the end of the conversation, the pieces get glued together. And then his narrative fits. Even though, when you watch it, nothing made sense.
All right, so Joaquin Butler came through with a gifted. Let's talk about specifically what you did to Roxy and how you feel about what's happened. Nightmare, how do you feel about what's happened to you and versus what's happened to Twiggy and all this?
It's not even about me. I do feel shit about it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I just like again, I'll take the fucking accountability for what I did. I know what I slipped up and I fucking shouldn't have, right? But what I don't appreciate is the guy I've been genuinely trying to fucking help has lied, been called out in the light, and then doubled down on other scenarios, trying to make me look like shit because he's scared of being fucking fired.
I'm not scared of being fired. I mean, if it happens, I deserve that. Like, if I did something that I actually did wrong to deserve it.
No accountability.
Right? But I didn't know, right? You were using me to do this because you literally, Mike told me last night that you went up to him trying to get him, like, ask him if he could pull it out. Then you told me that was a joke. You told me it was a joke.
I was being sarcastic. We laughed it off.
It wasn't sarcastic.
Me and Mike literally laughed it off afterwards, mate.
Yeah, I wasn't told that part. He didn't tell me that. Only you did.
That's fucking chill as fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck what you think, to be quite frank.
Twiggy, when's the last time you think any one of us looked at you as an innocent boy?
Well, never, and I know that.
Like, dude, do you not know anything about the UK? We have fucking sarcastic humor. It's what I do. I take the fucking piss. I'm facetious all the time. Get a fucking
That's not a good excuse, though.
No, it's not a good excuse. You're right.
You're not
I'm one of the mics.
Yeah, you're not in the UK.
You had me do it because you literally knew I didn't know. We were talking about how
wait.
Sarcastic humor is not telling somebody where the object of danger is.
You didn't tell me King said not to do it. You told me just where it was.
Wait. Let me respond. You just said that it was my idea, but didn't you just say earlier?
No.
Okay, to be fair, I don't like how we just rushed over what Billy said because that was kind of valid.
I said you wanted me to do it.
No. Let me finish. You literally just said that it was my idea for you to get the doll, but didn't you just say literally moments ago that you asked me, should you go get the doll? And I said yes.
You wanted me to do it.
You fucking literally did.
You wanted me to do it. Okay, clip it. Maybe I slipped up.
Slipped up because you're a fucking liar.
Guys, I was intoxicated. I slipped up.
I was intoxicated, huh? I thought that was an excuse. I thought we weren't using that as an excuse, little Twigster. But now we want to, huh? Because it fits your narrative. It fits your narrative. But you didn't want anyone else to use it until that happened. Funny how that works, huh? Weird little Twigster. little odd behavior.
Twiggy, you're in favor because you are the Grim when he is not available. Free production help. Next week, you are back to normal life and will not be a celebrity.
Hi, Liana. Shut up, Seth. Don't put slurs in my chat.
You will also have less genuine people in your life, like Nightmare.
Hello, weird caller guy. When's the last time you had a weird call?
Genuine.
Yeah, you're genuine.
Genuine. This man was telling me how after his whole little thing with Zay Zudit, he's going after Rastov. Like, I'm not even kidding. I already told Rastov about it.
When?
Last night or the night before.
When? Name
you were
the
going
fucking
off
time
in
and
the
place.
kitchen, dude.
Who was I going off with?
You were going. No, it was the night that we had the.
Oh, when I was in the wheelchair, I was joking, and I named every single host going around the fucking island of the wheelchair.
No, you didn't.
Dude,
No, you
way.
didn't. This was not in the wheelchair. This is the night that you came on, moderated our thing. You said you thought that the whole like.
I believe you. That sounds like it would track in. I believe that 100%.
Crash out between me and Rastov was a bit, right? He literally told me that he thought the crash out was a bit, and I told him
I
what.
just said what, Seth? What did I do? What did I do wrong?
And he says, I'm fucking pissed with Rastov. I'm going after him next. I got
was
Zay
pissed with
Zudit.
him about Tess, but
Yes.
dude, if you're about me being in the wheelchair, put my finger up going, I'm coming for this person like I get a dog walk.
No,
and
I
when
don't
I'm
even
done
know.
with him, I'm going for this person.
I don't even know what
and
you're
then this
talking about
person.
there. I have no idea what you're talking
I want
about.
our audience right now. One's in the chat if this is lame, and both of them
lame.
should be fired. Two in the chat if this is lame.
Do a poll.
And only
You fired Twiggy, and you keep Nightmare because Nightmare's content. Nightmare's actually good.
one of them should be fired. And three in the chat if this is awesome.
Sorry, Zyla, you said do a poll?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do a poll.
Oh, okay. I was about to do it. Never mind.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Like, dude, you know.
He wasn't talking to you, Seth. He was talking to his chat, not mine.
Because of the fact that I
follow. Keep up, Seth.
Make constant jokes, right? I tell like stories that are clearly not true about like an old lady who got hit at 3 a.m., right? You think that you can just come in here and tell lies?
No.
and
Who
you
gets
just wait
fired?
Nobody believes
Is this
me.
lame?
No,
I don't care who gets fired.
You've been called out
literally
on
know.
life twice.
You know you can lie because no.
Doug, no. Put a 2 right now.
Nobody will believe me. All right.
I don't know if this is lame.
No,
You've literally
you've
caught
been
yourself
called
on
out
life
on
twice.
lies and then you make up
Fire
another
them
story.
both. Yes, fire them both. Yes, who cares?
There we go. Thank you, Doug. Pissed off. I'm angry. It's Twiggy's fault I'm angry. Twiggy sent me over the edge. I'm gonna crash out like Twiggy does every show. Because that's all he is. He's become the boogie. You know, just without the cancer and 400 pounds.
Or no. Cool.
Like, you're doing this the same reason you wanted to take over Nerds, the same reason you wanted to take over. Your show isn't doing as good, and you're mad. Right? And it's not because of me that the show's doing good. No.
Okay,
It's not because of me that the show's doing good. It's because of
coming out,
Rastov.
guys.
It's not my ego.
This is the real fucking Twiggy right here.
It's not my ego.
He's outdid himself
Rastov is
twice
the one
in
doing the
lies.
work.
You got called out for it, hence you doing the reverse.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your votes in the poll. It's very important. This is very important.
You
Log out universe without your votes. We will crumble
You were trying to use this out of context. 2 shows are going at fat camp, bro. Keem said it. You've been under pressure the whole time. I understand that.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
You've been constantly.
I know what me and Grim got works, and if it doesn't feel like
and
that's
I agree,
full
right?
out,
But you're still
that's
under.
fair.
Look,
but I'm still here to do my bit, dude.
Rastov has been killing it.
Womp
Rastov
says I have.
That's fair, dude.
Shut the fuck up!
Womp says.
Thanks, Xylee. That works.
I have half a mind to report these two to PETA for the abuse of a Shar-Pei.
Damn.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either, damn.
What
But
does that
damn,
mean?
huh? Okay.
Dog.
I don't know what that means applied to this situation.
Can I just reiterate something? The night that Wings, pushed me, the night that Wings did the thing with his wife on the table, that night.
Well, that sounds gross out of context. The night that Wings did the thing with those... What do you say? The night that Wings did the thing with his wife on the table. Jesus Christ. I can't speak. And he's the dyslexic one. Okay.
That, Wings did the thing with his wife on the table that night. Later that night, all the bad people were gone. We were having a celebration, and Nightmare, attacked Roxy with the doll, right? I remember going into the room,
seeing Roxy in the room, and I saw something that was just absolutely tragic. I seen a grown woman, like literally disabled, having a panic attack in fear of her life. And I promised her in that moment that they would not do that to her again. And then I went out and I spoke directly with Nightmare and I said, do not do this. This is much more serious than you think it is, right? Or whatever I said, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And the very next day, Nightmare allowed that to happen again. So I'm like, for me, it's just like, dude, my promise to Roxy was broken because he didn't listen to me. And I'm just like, I don't fucking care, bro. I'm so mad.
I don't know if it's Nightmare's responsibility to make sure it doesn't happen. You just told him not to do it, right? You might have told someone else to do it. I don't know if that's on him necessarily, because I don't believe that Twiggy didn't know. I don't buy it.
Like, nothing's gonna change, Nightmare. I'm so fucking pissed off that you allowed this to happen. You know, telling him where the fucking dolls were. I'm furious. When I woke up this morning, this was like 8 hours went by, and Roxy's still pacing back and forth, crying, chain smoking cigarettes because of what happened in the theater room. And it's just like, I feel like I let Roxy down, but really it's because you let me down, and I'm pissed.
That's really kind of what this comes down to. You know, Keem made a promise to somebody, and that promise was broken because a command that he made was not protected. And if his command's not taken seriously, and a promise he made is broken because of it, he can't keep that connection. And that fucking sucks. Because we've quite liked hanging out with Nightmare.
Yeah. I love my time with Nightmare.
No, I made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, the audience quite enjoys you.
Yeah.
And now this guy gets away with what? Murder?
Yeah, pretty much.
A murder? A mohawk? Is it a mohawk?
Yeah. But like seriously, I just want to like
it's only a matter of
have
time,
one more
man.
statement, right?
It's only a
Like,
matter of time before you get put
I
in your
agree.
place, bro.
I agree. Nightmare is 100% on track there. It's only a matter of time. Twiggy is a twigging time bomb. Okay? It's just waiting to happen. It's waiting to go off.
Bro, that's all I'm saying.
Bro, I'm trying to talk. I went up to Roxy after like everything, and don't worry about it. I went up.
Cutting people off this whole
Yes,
time,
because
and
he's been lying.
Yeah, but he couldn't even read a fucking
You
dono
caught
because
yourself
you
out
were
in two
cutting
lies.
them.
Hey, where's Overflow?
Yeah, go yell at him. He looks like
Ladies and gentlemen, I imagine by the time you hear this, it will be confirmed that I'm talking to you. But I'm not sure. We had a brief technical difficulty that I would blame on Twiggy, but he would convince me wasn't his fault.
And somehow that would work.
While we were down, we learned some things.
Real quick, before we get into that, guys, can you please spam the Discord that like technical dip 600 deferred and friends.
We're back, baby. Bit of feedback there. Yo.
Yeah, what's up?
A few moments of Becky's time here with her in that cabin.
Was going to be here, and I went to Walmart and bought her some stuff out here.
At the end of the joke, I love it.
God damn it, this place is hell.
Was that the end?
I've been here with a day in the
I don't remember.
locale universe. We'll scare Roxy with a Chucky doll. Because Nightmare knew how bad Roxy had reactions to the Chucky doll and did not go further to stop it from happening.
Who is Twiggy? He's a host on Locale Aussie.
He has been
weekdays at 2 a.m. Eastern.
Fired from his position.
Yeah.
On Locale Test. And Twiggy is going to continue with Locale Aussie, but he's going to be facing a punishment, and he's going to be facing it here on Locale Rewind. Now,
right, so we'll just stop it here. So Twiggy had a punishment. He had to get a mohawk. They gave him a mohawk the next day. He got the mohawk. Didn't even last a week. He shaved it off because apparently his wife told him, "You can't look like that. We have a wedding to go to," or some bullshit like that. So the mohawk's gone. By the way, the mohawk's gone. So this was the other night. This was Rewind. Once again, Twiggy is in the hot seat. Who would have thought? In just about a week, he's got a new issue. This time, it's not Nightmare. This time, it's his co-host. And let's see if he can M-word manipulate his way out of this one. Chat.
All right, we need to have a conversation at some point.
Rastov literally didn't know his one job until now?
No, that's not it.
You weren't hired to be entertaining. That was Twiggy's job.
No. I'm fucking dude. I got told that if I talked to Keem, I was fired, and that he runs the show now, and that I'm not allowed to use OBS anymmore. And fucking
OBS now. Because I'm not gonna.
You told me no. Fuck you, dude. Like
see, he's already mumbling. Like he said what like that. Remember this reaction.
And fuck, he runs the show now, and I'm not allowed to use OBS anymore. And fucking
OBS now. Because I'm not gonna.
You told me no. Fuck you, dude. Like this is pissing me off now. Because you told me you have an open invitation to fire me now because I fucking quit at Fat Camp.
Wait, what the fuck? You
yeah, he fucking said that he's the manager now, and that you fucking pissed off at me. And bro,
Rastov,
are you fucking serious right now?
He is playing you. I did not say any of this shit.
Oh, Twiggy lied?
So, Keem sounds very confident. He didn't say anything like that. Okay?
Oh, really?
We had a conversation after he quit.
Chilled milk.
See, a lot of people stopped watching Locale, which is understandable. And then a lot of people just get sucked in. And I'm an addict. I have a problem. We need Locales Anonymous. That's what we need. New show chat. help get over your Locale Live addiction. I think I just... Oh my god.
Twiggy needs to get a bad toupee.
Told me.
And
You
wear it to the
fucking
wedding.
told me that he was gonna fire me, and you jumped on the fucking grenade for me. And that you have open invitation to fire me at any point now. You took OBS from me and said he doesn't want me running OBS anymore. I'm not allowed to fucking interact with the fans anymore. Are you fucking serious, dude?
Parasocial relationships do have to be toned
Did you fucking lie? Are you fucking serious, dude?
No, I didn't lie to you.
Seth, that doesn't surprise me.
You want this, Rastov?
Bro, I fucking can't, man. I fucking can't. This shit's bullshit, man. I'm fucking over this crap.
So, Rastov, as the wartime reporter here in the LCU, how do you feel about Twiggy being caught in a lie
I was not caught in a lie.
concerning Keemstar? Well, really? Because Keemstar said that didn't happen.
Ooh. Me and Keem had a conversation the day after the quitting incident, and he told me to handle it.
So you handled it by invoking Keemstar's name, saying that you can fire him?
No, I told him. Keem put me. He basically told me that. Yeah.
What?
Wasn't
I
a
don't
lie.
remember even.
What was that sentence he just said? What the fuck was that?
Talking to you about.
It was at the shuffleboard table.
And what was being okay? Go through the real conversation on what happened, and I'll tell you if this happened or not.
I was explaining what went on the night before about the holding the show hostage, threatening to leave, and then quitting the 2 nights before. And then you said you didn't have time to deal with it. You told me to handle it, and then I asked you what I was allowed to do, and you basically confirmed what I was allowed to do.
Okay, I do remember the first part of the conversation. And then I probably did say something like, I'm too busy, I can't deal with this. I mean, it is Aussie, right? I had to focus on the show.
Okay, so he went from being very confident to maybe I probably did say that. I probably said something like that.
That were there. But I did not give you any permission to fire him at will and take his OBS away from him. And
Rastov is a very emotional person, and it's not good for this community. because I think he is like legitimately passionate about the things he does, which is why he talks to all the members so much, because he's like genuinely really happy to be there. Yeah. Like if something were to go wrong where he's fired, I think he'd be really upset about it, but I don't think he would like go against them and go talk to the other side and cause problems for them. He'd just probably dip out. And he'd probably still watch. I think he is like a genuinely good person. I don't think he's like, I don't watch him a lot, right? I don't think he's the most entertaining, but yeah, he's got to get his emotions in line. He can't be this emotional in this universe.
You know, threaten him that you hold his job in your hands, you psychopath.
You did say this. You told me I asked you if I could take over OBS because I didn't like, regardless of what happens, I'm not going to threaten to end a stream. And you said yes. And then
yeah, Ozzy, exactly. Ozzy had like 7 crowns. I think it was like February or something. I think Keem saw that. That's why he did that crown stream, because I bet he was just blown away. He didn't believe it. Like, that's insane. 7 crowns on somebody who's just like not on YouTube before the show. That's crazy.
At one point, you told me that you were like, I don't even care. Like,
was I wasted?
Fire him.
I literally said I was going to go talk to him about this and clear the air, and you said I wouldn't do that, bro, because he's liable to fire you on the spot.
I said you don't. Oh, no. I tried to tell you not to be a Becky without saying not to be a Becky. So like we don't need to bother too much. I told you have a conversation with him.
This might be the worst game of telephone ever.
Oh no, it's not a game. No.
See, Seth, exactly. See, manipulation. It piles up, Keemstar is a very smart person sometimes, in certain ways, in certain topics. But Keemstar can also be extremely manipulated. We've seen it, first of all, right here with Twiggy, and then we saw it with his, quote, wonderful what do they call him? Lynx. Who was shit and sucked. She was the worst. Just because she is somewhat decent at getting tasks done. Like, aside from that, she was fucking awful.
No, Keem, this is not a game of telephone. This is a game of
Xylophone?
Play chicken. He's playing chicken. That's what he's
I'm not allowed to fucking talk to the fans. I'm not allowed to crash out anymore. Like, it just...
Rastoff, I told you to go talk to Keem, did I not?
And I didn't say not to talk to the fans. I was more talking
before.
about parasocial stuff.
Bro, you literally said I wasn't allowed to heart people's comments anymore because they were like you said I was backstabbing you when I've literally been doing that since the beginning. You said that live, motherfucker. You literally said that on the stream.
I said we don't like. Why are we hearting every single comment? Like we shouldn't even acknowledge. Like,
we aren't. I do. If you take the time to write a comment on our fucking channel, I'm gonna like that shit. I'm gonna heart that shit so that you know I read your fucking comment.
Well, who cares if Rastov wants to do that? Then let him do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. You don't got to be a big bitch about it. That's so stupid. I'm saying, Rastov cares. He's a man of the people. But Twiggy, he can't just be, you know, like, okay, I don't want to do that, but you don't have to. Then he's like, why are you doing it? I don't want you to do that. Like, shut up. Shut up. Let him do his thing. It's not affecting anyone.
That way since the start. Dude,
right, I'll be right back.
I'm so fucked off right now.
I'm going to go take a shot to see if Drunk Keem can remember.
It's momentum.
Said it on stream. I was going to say, I don't watch Ozzy, so I haven't seen that clip. But I trust your word, so I believe it.
A whole conversation about it.
Okay, hey Billy, do you want to catch up on
yeah, because our time is up. We're gonna have to pass over to Ozzy.
Yeah, they were supposed to redirect to Ozzy, but because of this fight that's brewing here, this turned into a 4-hour stream, and there was no Ozzy that night.
Ozzy, if they're gonna be doing a show tonight, I'm gonna catch up on these super chats real quick and get ready to wrap this little tootie up.
Not.
Go grab the sheep. It was just crazy things. I'm bonded at Fat Camp. Loud percent comes notice. Doug Savannah.
Fucking joking, Billy.
I think so.
Maybe.
It's April Fool's.
No, this is.
It's April Fool's.
I can tell you for a fact for a fact, I did not give Twiggy the power to fire you. A conversation that he's mentioning sounds similar to what I remember, but there was no.
Keem is being manipulated so hard here. It sounds similar to how it happened. He was very confident at first. Now it's similar.
No, Twiggy can fire you. That's just not true. And I was not trying to fire you ever, I don't think. I was pissed off that you didn't come to fat camp, and I was picking on you about your
that was fine. I deserved that.
Back and shit, and I'm sure I talked shit about you.
How much of this conversation am I allowed to talk about?
All of it, because
I at one
truly
point
want to remember.
Because it started out by me talking about the issues that we had the 2 nights before, and then you told me to handle it, and then I asked you questions about how to handle it, and then we started talking about Rastov, and you basically told me that you kind of wanted me to milk him like a lol cow. You said he could be a boogie level. And then I told you I didn't really want to go about it that way. And then I mentioned some other,
If I don't believe it because it's Twiggy, if he said that, that's kind of fucked up. That's fucked up. Because Rastov's not a lolcow. See, that's the whole thing. He's a lolcow host, sure. He signed up for whatever. You can make that argument. I'm not going to fight you on it. But turning someone who seems like a genuinely decent person into a lolcow, it's kind of fucked up, right? Right? Am I wrong here?
Like the way I wanted to go about it, and you told me to do it, and then I said, what if something happens like this again? And then you said, fire him.
I really, really don't think I said that.
I don't see Keem giving you the permission to fire Rastov when it wouldn't be your place to do it.
I mean, that he had all these issues with me, but never actually said anything to me, and I'm just.
Okay, this is refreshing my mind a little bit because I do remember me telling you to pick on Rastov more, right? But our conversation wasn't serious. I thought we were joking around.
Oh, I thought you were 100% serious.
I thought we were.
Twiggy might have a little bit of the tism. He's got other things going on. And I know everyone says everyone has the tism. How hard is it to read sarcasm? Especially Keem. Keem's sarcasm, like, he overdoes it. So you know. Like, some people miss my sarcasm because I'm like a monotone idiot, right? Which is fair, okay? I don't believe, once again, that he didn't know it was sarcastic. He's like, this is an opportunity to cause some shit. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to do it. That's probably exactly what it was.
I thought we were laughing. I remember you like being like, look at Rastov, he's crashing out in my DMs, and you were showing me DMs. I do remember that, right?
Yeah, because I wanted to know like how to move forward, because at one point when we talked, I wasn't sure if there was even anything to go back to when it came to the like having a co-host.
There's just no way ever I would have told you to fire him.
Well, I told you and him that I would never want him fired and that I couldn't host the show without this dynamic.
I literally said to him that I was going to talk to you about this game, and he said I wouldn't give him ammo because he's going to fuck with you any way he can. And he said that you might just fire me on the spot if I tried to talk to you about this.
That is not how the conversation went.
Let me paint the picture.
I sent him all the DMs, bro. He can fucking read it himself.
Just so you can understand, all right? The Wi-Fi is not working, okay? A whole set needs to be moved from one section of the property 500 yards over to another section. The fucking Becky's screaming at someone else, and there's a fight going on, and someone's got to make the food, and fucking Boogie's crying that it's served. There's no way my full attention was even on this situation. I don't even barely remember the conversation. It was not serious to me.
I believe you. Like, I totally believe you.
It was not serious to me. So if I said something along...
Maybe the master manipulator knows when to pick a situation to ask important questions, knowing that the person wouldn't have much attention on it and would probably give you a bullshit answer like he did. Maybe Twiggy thinks like that. Maybe because he's a master manipulator. Huh. Now that one could be a stretch, okay? But I could also believe it.
Along the lines of like, you handle this, or troll him or pick on him more, or give him some advice like that, fine, right? I did not tell him to fire you.
He told me that you
proved last night he couldn't do a show without Rastov. Well, he's got a week of it, right? Or is he going to cry and bring Rastov back early? Spoilers, by the way. My bad.
You wanted to replace me with Mavsy, and then fucking Twiggy said he was a TOS risk, and that he convinced you not to do that. Like this is
Twiggy convinced someone that they're a TOS risk. The guy who put a knife to his wrist as soon as they made the channel in the first week, he put a knife to his wrist, and you're gonna talk about being a TOS risk? Are you fucking retarded?
Actually came up in the conversation too. Yeah.
This is bullshit. I
told you, Keem, that I had.
Restov isn't fired. He's taking. We're jumping ahead a little bit, but he's taking a week off. And Twiggy is doing running Aussie on his own.
Mavsy both messaging me, and he said he was messaging you, and I told Mavsy that we weren't moving.
Wait a minute, I remember Twiggy. I remember you saying that you are.
Our worst show of now recording is 10 times better. I don't that might be a stretch. We've had some rough episodes.
Already had a replacement for Rastov.
And it was not Mavsy. No.
Oh, it wasn't. Who was it?
It was another Australian YouTuber who had reached out.
Oh, okay.
And he's very small. His name is just Aussie Jake.
Oh, okay.
And I don't even know who he is. He just reached out to me that night, so I was just basically using that as fuel.
So, Keem, did you tell Twiggy you wanted him to run the show?
Jose Zuda is on. Listen, anyone who watches Aussie, I'm sorry, Rastov is cool, so I can't even say what I want to say. I just don't like Twiggy. So I'm not going to try and shit on their show too much. Because I'm not trying to shit on Rastov.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, you did, because I asked you about using the OBS, because I told you that whenever there was a situation that, got a little too overwhelming for Rastov, he'd threaten to end the stream, he'd kick me out, or he would, leave or end the stream.
The Zay thing was an April Fool's.
That shit happened ages ago, and we stopped that stuff.
Okay, let me give Twiggy some credit. At the very beginning of this, I didn't remember this conversation at all. Now little bits of it are coming.
Let me give Twiggy some credit. He manipulated me. He won. Again.
Back to me. But still, I did not tell Twiggy he can fire Rastov. There's no way I did. There's no fucking way. That wouldn't make sense. Why would I?
Yeah, he literally said as long as we get back to normal, I won't have to. And this conversation we had is after he got back from fucking Fat Camp too. So it's not like it was there and there was miscommunication. This was literally fucking a day
We talked about it the day after too.
This will help me out, Twiggy. What day of Fat Camp did this conversation between me and you happen?
I'd have to go back and.
It would have been the day after Becky came back.
Okay, yeah, so on the most chaotic, hectic day,
yeah,
Twiggy hits me up with some, Jordy just left our show, right? We have to deal with that. Becky's causing all kinds of fucking problems, right? The most chaotic fucking day of all of Fat Camp, where I'm trying to put
literally the worst time you could bring this up to somebody, by the way.
Out fires left and right. Twiggy comes to me with this. Bro, I don't even barely remember anything that was said. And there's just no way. I may have said something along the lines of you deal with it, right? Because I didn't want to fucking deal with the situation right then. There's no way I said fire him. There's no way.
I may have misunderstood what you said, but to me that's what it sounded like. Because I was like, well, what if this happens again? What if there is a time where he's threatening to quit or trying to use the show as leverage over me?
And did I say I would fire him or you fire him?
You said the 2 words fire him.
He said the 2 words, fire him. Could there have been words before or after? Who knows? But you said the 2 words, fire him, and that's all I heard.
You were probably giving, maybe you said you'd fire him or something if it came, you were probably trying to end the conversation if this did happen. You're probably
now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now that makes sense, Billy, right? Because there was, again, this is the most chaotic day of Fat Camp.
Yeah.
And I'm getting hit with Aussie drama in the middle of this, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was confused, and I genuinely would never want to make a call like that. I've been very forward with anybody I've talked to about it that I need Rastov for one because I like him, 2 because that's the only way the show works in my opinion. Because we need that dynamic because we are exact opposites. We've had issues.
So you told him. Rastov says, I might have to talk to Keem then about it when he's got some free time because I can't change my personality, dude. The things you want me to stop are literally part of who I am. There's no hidden motives or anything like that. You say, just be careful. I don't want you losing this opportunity. I've been fighting for you, but he wants you to be a lolcow.
Yes.
I don't believe that. I don't think Twiggy's fighting for Rastov at all. I'm not trying to shit on Twiggy here over and over again. This is genuinely what I believe. Based off of the things I've seen him do. This is who I think Twiggy is.
What?
This is
how the
fucking bullshit,
conversation
man.
went. Keem told me that he wanted Rastov to be a locale in that conversation.
Does Twiggy like Rastov? Probably not.
Twiggy, I don't understand how you've been fighting for him when you basically spent all fat camp talking shit about Rastov.
Just that.
Exactly.
Just the 2 days that we had drama where I was upset.
I remember the conversation going along the lines of Rastov was upset, crashing out at Twiggy, and I gave Twiggy advice on how to troll Rastov further. That's what I remember. I don't remember fire him. Like, that's what I really don't remember.
Yeah, and as I said, I may have just misunderstood what you said. But all the locale stuff was definitely there because the last thing I want is for somebody to, live that lifestyle.
And even if I did say that, that's weird, right? That you would go and tell Rastov, hey, Keem gave me permission to fire you. And like,
well, no, I was just trying to implement some changes.
But you were implementing the changes by saying to Rastov, I have the power of your job.
Let me think this through, and maybe I'm just not thinking it right. Twiggy goes to Keem. Twiggy's been running his mouth, right? They've had issues. He's running his mouth at Fat Camp, talking all this shit behind his back. And then he goes to Keem, does this whole thing. Whatever Keem says, who knows? Keem apparently says, we'll make him a locale, turn him into a locale, whatever. And then Twiggy goes back and says that he likes him and that he's like, Keem wants him to turn him into a locale while also being pissed off at him. He's playing both sides here, right? Am I wrong? Am I underthinking it? I don't know. This is so inconsistent on every single angle.
Job, which isn't true. There's no way
It wasn't changes he wanted to make. It was changes that you wanted me to make because that was the only way you were going to keep me employed.
And what were the changes?
Yes, I've got it. Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page here.
Changes that I wanted you to make.
You didn't want me to interact with the fans anymore. You didn't want me to fucking run the OBS anymore. Like,
no, the interaction with the fans was not. No,
you
said
literally said that you were pretty much the manager now.
Like
you literally said you were pretty much the manager.
Because that's what Keem told me. He told me to manage it, handle it. Both of those words came out of his mouth.
Bro, like, do you just take a word, chuck it into ChatGPT, and be like, "Oh, this makes sense." Like, dude.
Okay, Twiggy. No, I remember this now. Okay, Twiggy came to me and he goes, "Look, Rastov is mad that I'm being mean to fans." And I told Twiggy, I go, okay, well, then troll Rastov further. And you go out of your way to talk to fans more and be way nicer to fans and make it seem like Rastov is the one that's ignoring the fans. Like, that was my troll idea for you, Rastov, right?
But that part of the conversation was after everything else. So the part of the conversation where you told me to go in and be nicer to the fans, that was in the hallway. The other conversation took place in front of the shuffleboard table.
I have a question. Rastov, remember when Rewind went live, that extra live, because you and Twiggy were fighting? And remember when I stopped you from doing that live stream exposing Twiggy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that crash out real or was it fake? I want you to tell me the truth right now. Was that crash out real or was it fake? Did I talk to you for
it was sort of like it was definitely embellished, but it was real. But like I definitely, it was embellished.
It was embellished to the point of what?
Me setting up the stream was real, like the fucking exposing.
Because Twiggy told me that whole crash out was fake.
Yeah, he told me it was fake.
It was not fake.
Yeah, I wasn't told that. That's why I was playing into it. Because I was told it was fake. Like literally in the DMs as it's going on, I was told it was fake.
So like the way that I work, right? Like,
can these two agree on anything? Ever?
Like I start off like not taking shit too seriously, but as I start being in my feelings too much, it becomes real.
Mm-hmm.
So like I hit the at the
so
at
you
the start,
really
I thought
were
Boogie...
into your feelings when I talked to you that night.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
So
I was in my feelings
then.
at that point.
That's not fake then.
No, like it started off as like, this is kind of funny in my head, and then like I was like, this shit's actually fucking horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like literally from the start to the day after, I was told it wasn't real.
There's no way I told you could fire Rastov.
You did. You did.
Keem, we're talking about this other stream, and Keem just like, he's just sitting there thinking this entire time.
Keem, that same night, you told me I could tickle Rastov's toes.
He told you can do other stuff too.
I don't get it.
I'm pretty sure your exact words were "fire him. I don't give a fuck." I'm pretty sure those were your exact words.
That's him trying to get you to fucking stop badgering about Aussie while he's busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him telling you to fuck off. He doesn't.
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
I didn't know that because I'm autistic.
I took it like what he said.
You took it as I
was genuinely trying to like make things like the best I could.
after I said it, did I immediately like start walking fast away from you?
No, so you walked, you got a drink, and then you walked into the hallway and told me your other idea to troll him.
Uh-huh.
And then we talked about that, and then I went and I don't even remember.
Okay,
what I did
wait.
after that.
So I said fire him, right? I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went,
You don't remember what you did after that, but you conveniently can piece all this other stuff together, huh?
and I left you and went to go make myself a drink.
Yeah.
And then I came back and said, no, troll him. Be more.
Well, no, you said
Rostov
what
than
you can
Rostov.
do, what you could do was how you started that out. And then that's what I went and did. Because I even told you, like, my plan, instead of, like, doing anything...
Twiggy, you are such a piece of shit.
Why are you lying so much, bro?
I'm not lying.
Here's the thing.
Yes, you are.
Time out. Here's the thing. It could be true. This is like some shit that I would say. Like, Billy has it right? Like, Twiggy's annoying me with some fucking Rastov drama. And I'm like, yeah, fuck off, fire him or whatever, right? And then I go make my drink. And then I actually take time to think about what Twiggy's saying. And then I meet him in the hallway. And I'm like, you know what you should do that really fuck with Rastov? Be more Rastov than Rastov. Like, interact with the fans a lot and just, like, complain that Rastov doesn't have time for the fans. And that will really get underneath Rastov's skin. Because that's
would
that's
really
me.
fuck me
Like,
off.
I'm a troll demon. Like, I can fuck with people, right? And so this story kind of might be true, but Twiggy does not pick up that I'm like my sarcasm or me just being like fuck off, like.
But he's focusing.
And I think he does it on purpose. I think it's possible.
On the minor points of the issue.
Oh yeah,
right? The
because
bigger points
Twiggy,
of that,
Twiggy,
like-
he got the green light to own you.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we talked about a lot more than that. We talked about me running the OBS. We talked about like just some of the weird things that were going on, and then we also talked about just stuff that had nothing to do with the show. So it was a longer conversation. It was probably, only 10 minutes, but still, you can get a lot said in 20 minutes.
And so, like, now I'm hearing you were also shit talking me for all the fucking Fat Camp as well. Like, bro, was anything you said
Not
to me
all of
real?
Fat
Like,
Camp. And it won't
No,
just
not
me.
not
I can
all
tell
of
you
Fat
that.
Camp. As I said, it was just the days where there was drama because I was trying to I was trying to get it out there so I could think and figure out what was
Excuse me,
next.
The drama was over by that Friday when you did the test, okay? And I came up on.
Uh-oh. Somebody remembers a timeline. Oh no, Xylie's got mental receipts. Uh-oh.
The drama was over by that Friday when you did the test, okay? And I came up on
What test?
Friday, the test show.
Yeah, it wasn't.
An 8-hour
it wasn't,
show.
It wasn't over. I was still trying to figure out because that was the day after. That's when we had the
Okay,
conversation.
and I
with
heard
King.
it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Because
Maybe
every
only that
time
literally
you
Friday.
were
said that I
around me-
was backstabbing you.
Every time you were
Fuck
around me,
sake, bro.
like, Rastoff, this, you know that crash out was fake. You know this about right now. Finally, I was like, bro,
No, that's
it
not
wasn't
true.
fake.
It would
Yeah,
it
that
would
is
have only
very
been that
true.
Friday because that would have been the day that me
No,
and
it
King
wasn't
talked
that
about
Friday.
it.
It was also
And
that
then-
Saturday, too.
And then other than that, I don't know when I would have talked to you because my wife was there for the Saturday and
Hold on.
Sunday.
I know.
And
Hold on, chat. Hold on. Help me out here. He's saying it would have been that Friday because that's the day him and Keem talked. And his wife was there that Saturday and Sunday. Wasn't the wings thing and the day that all of this other stuff happened, the really chaotic day, the most chaotic day? That wasn't a Friday. That was not a Friday. It was a Sunday? I want to think. It's either Saturday or Sunday. I think it was Saturday. Am I wrong? I haven't been wrong yet. I'm pretty sure the wings thing was... God. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday, because I think it was day 6. So I don't think this timeline works out. I think Xylie's right.
I was with
Still
her the
talking
whole
shit.
time.
And you were still
I
talking
definitely
shit.
wasn't.
Okay, Twiggy.
No, I genuinely
But do you,
wasn't.
do you legitimately just want me gone? Do you want
No,
someone else
I've literally,
to fucking be on it?
I've literally
Like,
talked about it so
I mean,
much
be
how this
truthful
dynamic
about
does
it.
not
If
work.
you don't want
I
Rastoff,
am.
just say you don't want
I
Rastoff,
am
bro.
being genuine about it. The dynamic would not work. He is the
believe
polar
you, dude.
opposite of me.
I don't believe you anymore. You've literally fucking lied to me.
Yeah, but when the testing happened, yes. But they're saying that the day Twiggy went, or I'm saying, the day Twiggy was claiming to go talk to Keem was the same day as the wing stuff with the table and his wife and the boogie stuff and all the other stuff. That's the day they were claiming that Twiggy went to go talk to Keem about the Rastoff thing. Right? which couldn't have been that Friday. And Twiggy is swearing up and down that that's the same day he went to talk to Keem. Unless he talked to Keem during the test thing. I'm not sure.
To meet again.
But Twiggy's saying he wasn't talking shit about Rastov after that. But to go talk to Keem about that means that he was talking about Rastov to Keem, and that's where Keem told him to fire him, whatever. Something's not adding up here.
I did not lie.
I actually don't know if he's lying. I
didn't lie.
I think he's taken my sarcasm and the things I said, because like the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Like, because I remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember the fire him. But I could have said that. Seems like something I'd say, like as a joke.
But he said that you were super fucking pissed off at me.
He was.
Right?
You were pretty upset.
I was not super pissed off.
You literally, when I told you like what happened, you're like, what did he do? I told you what happened, and then you immediately like started.
I think Keem was probably generally pissed off to be talking about Aussie at that moment, and Rastov being part of the discussion.
On like the most stressful fucking day of Fat Camp.
He was like, "Why am I dealing with Rastov right now?" He's. I can see him being angry at that.
Yeah,
and I wasn't even the problem.
No, the only problem, and it's what I told Keem, is that like I don't care if there's like like there's disagreements or anything like that, but when it gets to the point where the show is being held hostage over it, that's where my issue comes in.
Yes, I do remember that. That's another thing that is true.
That's when he told me to run OBS, and then I asked him what else he wanted me to do, and he told me to just handle it. And I told him I would handle it, but I wouldn't.
But that doesn't mean
handling it
is
fabricating a story where fucking my boss hates me.
That means handle it as in get it together with your co-host. Handle it. Be an adult and handle it.
No,
with your
I literally
co-host,
asked.
Not be the manager.
I literally asked about.
Okay, I am actually starting to think that Twiggy is telling the truth about his conversation with me, like all of it, right?
Bro,
But he's taking.
So he went from being confident it didn't happen to almost confident it did happen. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. Twiggy, teach me the art of manipulation so I can have anything in the world that I want. Because apparently that you can do it. Apparently you can do it.
Like, but he's taking I do because I'm like remembering bits and pieces of this, right? But he's taking my clear sarcasm and my clear like making jokes and like memes of the situation and my clear like fuck off Twiggy stuff that I'm doing and like turning it into reality and then turning it into a completely different narrative to then fucking blackmail you.
Yeah,
fuck with you.
You know what?
No,
you know what?
I even let him know
Twiggy,
that wasn't an
Twiggy
option.
wanted nerds. Can you just chuck him on nerds? I'll take fucking Buff Weeb, dude.
Oh, look at you.
I said
At least I know you
Puff sounded so excited at the opportunity to be on Aussie. Like, fuck that. I don't want to do that shit.
At me with that sword from the front. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what. I'll leave it up to Rastov and Buff to make that deal. I will actually give them the power to make that decision.
Oh, no. You can have Twiggy.
I think Buff and Zay. I think Buff and Zay are going to be interesting.
Hey, Buff, just so you know,
Yeah.
he makes like double the money Nerds does, just so you know. So you might want to think about that one.
Okay, you reaching the pie a little bit there. Hey, we'll see if Dogwater doesn't give me a good shot. Hey, Rasta.
All right, how long is this open-ended ticket open for?
Yeah, we need a dateline.
Is it as open as the one that Twiggy had to fire me?
Yeah. Can we do that, boss?
I'll let you know when it closes. How about that?
Hey, I can accept that. How about you?
Yep.
Twiggy,
Please decide quickly.
You are a fucking villain. Holy shit.
Keem has a soft spot for villains. Yes, he does. But I don't get it with Twiggy. I don't get it. I get it with Becky. Becky's a star. She draws money. She gets all the hate donos. But boom. I don't watch Aussie. I don't know if they get hate donos. But he's not worth... The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Alright? A lot of people would say that about Becky. But... like, she just draws money. I don't know what to say.
I was just literally...
I told you,
we talked about
I
it.
was right.
Fucking anime villain is crazy. He's just silent.
No, they don't get hate donos. Well, there you go. So you don't need Twiggy on Aussie for Aussie to succeed. I think Aussie is Rastov's show. I don't watch it. So again, I keep saying that because I just want people to know that everything I'm saying, even the criticism, is only worth so much weight. Right? So, but it's always felt like Rastov's show with Twiggy to me.
Let's do.
Probably because he's Australian or New Zealand, which is, Australian Junior. I don't know, but yeah.
The crazy thing is I truly don't think he's lying. I think he's just manipulating what I actually said.
He's what he's doing is he's
guessed
taking
it?
wait. This is what he's doing. He's taking the
Fuck Twiggy and his fake accent. What about your fake accent, Liana?
words that came out of your mouth, and he's manipulating it to the point where you actually said those words, so he gets to run with it. Not the context in what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's twisting your words. He's playing wordplay.
Like any normal person would be like, wait, do I really have the power to fire Rastov? And I'd be like, no, no.
I mean, I literally didn't even doubt it because whenever I had my little crash out, you gave them permission to fire me. So I just thought it was like the same situation.
So apparently you also started the fucking poaching crowns thing because you were pissed off at me as well, Keem. Is that true?
That's a good response, Twiggy, by the way. Go ahead, Rastov. What'd you say?
Did you start the whole poaching crowns thing because you were mad that I was being too friendly with the fans?
No, I just saw that we lost a bunch of crowns and they all went to Aussie, and I was like, okay, Rastov, let's play.
That's what he told me.
We talked about that too, because that's literally when I was talking about the parasocial stuff, because I was like, this is gonna hurt the show if we have
How
issues.
you're having all these
No, you
conversations
hurt the
with
show.
Keem and telling everybody about them. That's
You hurt
hilarious.
the fucking show, right? It was never a problem until the frequency of hate for you increased. Before that, it was totally fine because it was engagement. But as soon as you were a fucking cunt to the fans and they started hating you, oh, now it's bad for the show. No, you're bad for the show. You're bad because we lost crowns and pay-per-views and fans because you called them. No.
Yeah, you get all the benefits if you're a Crown to Aussie of basically other shows, because you get the Crown chat, right? And then you get a show where the host will actually talk to you, right? Not that the other ones won't, but Rastov will give you full-on conversations, right? You become a Crown to Locale Live, Keem's a busy guy, he'll fucking probably pop in every once in a while and talk to you, right? Boogie might, no more Wings. Wings used to hang out in Discord a lot. I legit would go in there and just listen, because sometimes Wings rambling would just be an interesting conversation. I'll be back eventually, which will be fine. I could go back to doing that eventually. I need to become a Locale member, Locale Live member. Also, fun fact: there's a little glitch with their Discord server. I'm not going to expose it because that would be wrong, but I think I'm one of the only people who know about it. So, just saying.
No, you treated them like shit.
No, I called one fan
retarded.
retarded
Gamer
and
the
he made a
damn the
big
other
deal
day, and he
about
didn't
it.
come back. Dude,
I was rude to Gamer because he jumped into our show 6 times.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a fucking prick about it, dude. These
I
people
wasn't.
keep us on the air.
I wasn't a prick. I told him that to not do that again, and then he did it again.
Gentlemen, please understand that you both could be wrong in this scenario, right? One, Twiggy's being rude to a fucking fan, over rude to a fan. And two, Rastov is being over nice to the fans and worshiping them, right? You both could be wrong.
Just friendly.
You both could be wrong.
You both could be
friendly, dude. No, but he's saying that you said you have a problem with it, that it's your call that you're making, not him.
We
He's
literally
saying
had
that
a
you
whole
have the issue with
conversation
it.
about being too too involved. In,
I'm never going to
fans'
stop
lives
loving the
and
fans,
stuff.
man, because they literally keep the fucking lights on, dude.
Yes,
and if
we.
you treat them like shit,
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Shut the
but
fuck
it's
up,
the
Billy.
getting overly
Billy.
involved.
Bro, I was a fan. I was a fan before I was a host. Are you telling me I become a host, I'm not supposed to talk to these people anymore?
No,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm too good for you now. Fuck off.
It's when it gets parasocial that it can be.
I don't decide if it's parasocial though. I don't decide how people feel.
Nobody decides.
No, this wasn't a problem until you treated them like shit and they started hating you. That's literally it.
I literally
you
called
were
a fan
cunt to them and
retarded,
they
and
decided
then
they hated you.
You made a.
So, he's calling them parasocial, probably because he's jealous, because he was probably a dick. Calling them retarded is, it's one thing. It's not that big of a deal, depending on the tone and how it went. But he's probably jealous that everyone likes Rastov and not Twiggy. So he's trying to find it's parasocial angle. It's not you don't even know what fucking parasocial means. Parasocial basically, partially, I think. Maybe I don't know either, to be fair. But it involves you not knowing the person. They're having conversations, so is it really parasocial? Or is there a different word? You use parasocial because it's the closest word you can reach.
Very big deal about me calling a fan retarded, which he did say something retarded, and that's when it became an issue. You literally would not.
Oh,
stop
that was
talking
the
about
same night that you got on me, and you were talking shitty to the fans that were in the chat, telling them you didn't give a fuck about what they were saying and some other donos and some shit like that. It was.
Yeah, I told a guy something like, if you're gonna be retarded, at least be retarded somewhere else or something.
And the reason that he treats the fans like shit is because Keem does it. He says this is what Keem does. Keem doesn't give a shit about the fans.
We're like
Wait,
way
Resto,
over.
did you start your show?
I've got it ready to
Fucking
go.
OBS anymore. It's not my job.
Useless, didn't matter, and retarded? Huh. That's a little bit more than just retarded. Bro, if someone calls me useless, that's gonna hit more than retarded. If I value their opinion, to be fair.
Job.
What?
Twiggy.
Yeah, I told you, Keem. I told you at Fat Camp that I was going to take over OBS because I'm not.
Well,
gonna
then
have
you
a show
should have
held
started.
hostage again.
You could have started
No,
your
you
show
said
while you were
he
in
told
here.
you that's what you were gonna do. You said that he told you that's what you were gonna do. Not
No,
you
I
told
literally
him.
asked him, and then he told me to just.
Bro, I'm
handle
fucking
it.
over this, dude. I'm fucking over it. This is
I
is
feel
literally
like-
why I fucking wanted to quit in the first
Okay,
place.
so Twiggy, you say here the reason for the OBS is because of the threatening and end streams and
Yes.
leaving. I told him we're good, but that you're back and he was going to fire you. I told him that it was just a rough night, and he told me if it happens again, I have to make the tough decision.
Yes.
But he'll let me make the call.
That's what he said. I literally asked him, "What if this happens again?" And he's like, "Fuck it, fire him, handle it." That's literally what he said.
I don't know. Maybe I did, but there's no way it's serious. I don't know, dude.
I can
Look,
vaguely
let me-
remember you guys having
I
a
feel like he
conversation.
heard what he
but
wanted to
that's-
hear at the point, right? He
Yes, probably 100%.
wanted someone else, and you said a word relating to what he wanted, so he was like, "Okay, boss, I'll get rid of him."
If I if I wanted somebody else, I wouldn't have talked to you the day after and like literally told you that I couldn't do this without you.
Okay.
All
When I
the
was still
comments that are going to
upset.
hate you for
Guys,
this as well, I'm
instead
going to
of-
make sure I hat
instead
all
of
of them.
arguing what was said at Fat Camp, which I really don't fully remember, let me just lay down the law now. All right, both of you run Aussie. It's both of your shows.
Mhm.
No one has more power than the other one, right? Whoever is best to run the
Same.
OBS should be running the OBS. You guys have
It's-
to decide among
it's-
each other.
He literally abused our whole docket team and made them quit.
No, I
Specifically
didn't. They
because
quit.
you yelled
They
at them.
quit when
No,
you
they quit
when you
because you
left the
treat them like
show.
shit.
They
Do you want to
literally
bring them
let-
on?
they-
Because I'm sure they'll tell you.
What did I do? to
You
the
literally
docket team? I
abused the
literally
shit out of
thanked them. Abused the shit out of them. I thanked them for their hard work. I said that the docket chat's not a place to just hold conversations that have nothing to do with the show.
You talk
because
shit
then when
about
I go
like,
in
the
there,
docket
there's
team members
500
that are on the
messages
main
and I can't
show,
keep
dude.
up.
Like these
Because-
docket team members work on the main show and the other successful shows. So like you shitting on them makes no sense, dude. You got
It's not
Gino
a place to have a
quit.
conversation.
Who was
I
Gino
literally
literally
quit.
stand by that.
Gino
Gino
was the
quit
first one to
because
quit
of you.
because
Gino-
Chino quit? Keem's like, I don't want to say slave because he pays them. Keem's like loyal fucking whatever. You got Gino to quit on the docket? That's insane. Was it just Ozzy or was it Locale Live too? Because Keem's got a little, obviously has a favoritism, but he holds some punches. All right, there's been a, it's actually really funny because Keem used to like scream about the docket and how much it sucked, and it hasn't, like, the docket's gotten neater and cleaner and a little bit better. There's still some issues here. Every single time I've been waiting for it. He's complained almost every time he's opened the docket since he's hired them. It has not gotten any better at all, besides the neat stuff. There's still issues, but Keem's not as mad as he used to be. It's funny. But it is wild that they got Gino to quit.
Gino has hated me since, like, I didn't find one message because we had 500 messages in there, which is why I said that this is not a place to have conversations, especially about things that don't have anything to do with the show. Because then when I wake up,
Bro,
I
don't
can't
wanna work with
find
you
anything
anymore,
because
dude.
there's
I don't wanna
500
work with you anymore.
messages.
You're a piece of shit, dude. I fucking hate you. I genuinely
Gino
don't
just
want to work with
said.
you anymore.
Gino just said in the Discord, Twiggy abused the.
Scully quit too. Scully's another really loyal one to the docket. Because when I did Rewind docket for probably about a month while I had time. And fucking Scully was on it, bro. Like, Scully was doing, when they were looking for someone extra to do timestamps, Scully would, like, be the first one, like, I got it. Scully would be looking around, like, on Reddit, like, everywhere. Like, I just watch the shows, bro. You can ask me about what was said. I got a pretty good memory. Scully's, like, deep invested. And, like, clipping everything. Like, fucking on it. Losing some pretty valuable people for the docket.
The docket team then lied on air. LOL.
How did I abuse the docket team?
That's what Gino says in the Discord right now at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is telling them that this is not a place to, like, you know, have fun, have conversation, like have fun outside of the show abuse, because I was trying to make it to where when I went in there, I could find the content that we were looking for and put it on the show.
Gino just said at 12:30 again, let the record show I quit because of his abuse of the docket team.
I don't know how I abused the docket team. It, like, if You're not even getting
Twiggy.
paid. Like,
Twiggy.
yes.
Abuse might be a stretch, but I get the same thing, kinda. I get the meaning.
Gino is my long.
I know who Gino is.
And most important employee.
This guy cutting off Keemstar. He's trying to explain. He's like, I know who Gino is. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. And Keem didn't care. Keem doesn't care. Anyone else does that? Anyone else does that? You know how pissed he would be? What's that villain thing? He likes his villains.
In the history of my online career. And if Gino is saying you're being abusive on the Dockham team, Gino is 100% right, and there can't even be a response to that. Like, whatever Gino says is literally like in the Bible as fact.
If Gino can put up with Keemstar, and I know how it is to be around Keemstar, believe me, if you abuse Gino to the point where Gino quit, you must have done something fucked up.
I don't even know what the abuse was. I literally just said that, like, for one,
What do you know, Twiggy? Besides your manipulation tactics, what do you know? You don't understand sarcasm. You don't understand that you're abusing people. You don't understand any of these things. But you damn well can remember all these things that no one else can remember. But you can't remember anything else that people do remember. Convenience. Very convenient memory you have. People call you out. I don't remember. I don't know how that happened. You call someone else out. I don't know how that happened. On their end. But you Twiggy, you remember everything. Very convenient.
I told the docket team I was going to make jokes on the show about how crappy docket teams were.
Yes, that Gino, the drama lord Gino.
Like, that's something I literally told them, and I rarely made those jokes. Only whenever something wasn't like it wasn't even if something wasn't
because I
good
had
or
to tell
entertaining.
you, that I was going to take over the docket team because they were going to quit because you treated them like crap. So I was like, you don't
How
worry
did
about
I
it,
treat
dude.
them like
I'll
crap? I
handle
was
it.
never. You literally
Hey,
said.
I can pull in one of the docket team members if you want.
Liana, technically, you would be right. Because they were a guy. Right? And then they transitioned to a woman, right? Right? So they were a guy. I think.
Because I want to know how it's abused.
Fire one or both.
Hey, Scully.
That one.
Oh, hi.
I really thought
Kelly would make a
Billy
great mod,
did
by the
that
way.
as soon as you joined.
Same.
How was I abusing the docket team? Like, define abuse for one.
Well, since I was on the docket team, I can tell you the reason I left is because the night that you decided to have your spurg out where Rastov left, I wasn't even awake when that happened. I went back and I watched the stream to understand what happened and realized that while we were not working on the Aussie docket because we were expecting Fat Camp contact, no one was talking about docket work. No one was really even talking in that chat. You decided to throw us under the bus saying we were complaining that you weren't using the docket. We've never once complained.
No,
that
it was Rastov and Gino saying I wasn't using it.
We built the docket for you guys to use when you guys didn't have content outside. You never helped with anything on the docket.
Gino had a full week plan. Holy shit. That's insane. A full week of content before they even got back? Fuck, I'll pay Gino to make my dockets. Jesus Christ. You guys want daily streams?
I went back through the messages. You never even put anything for us to put on. We built it all for you, for you guys to use when you wanted to, and that was it.
Wasn't that how we were always doing it? I wasn't being disrespectful. For one, I said that y'all, meaning Gino and Rastov, were saying I wasn't using it because Gino was putting together a plan for something, right? Wasn't even
Gino
aware
had
of its
a fucking
existence.
awesome content idea that we were all working on except you, and you didn't even
know
look
about
at
it until
That's what
late
Gino was
because,
pissed
for
about.
one, you've got to at me, and you've got to at me more than once because there are 500 messages every morning when
That's
I
a
wake
you
up to
problem,
check the
bro.
docket.
Yeah, why don't you just check? Just check and fucking scroll. If they're talking about something you don't give a shit about, scroll a little faster through that part. Bro, I was on... Ow, fuck. When I was on the rewind docket, I would wake up, do the shit I gotta do in the morning, check the chat. When you go through and you check your notifications on your phone when you wake up, right? You get your YouTube shit out of the way, you get any text out of the way, you get all the other shit. You know, it's technically your job, right? Or like a second job, because I think Twiggy has a second job, he says, claims to, right? Why not check it? It doesn't take too long. It really doesn't.
You problem.
I can't be on like at all times.
Let me.
Like,
You don't have to. Just check it for a second when you can. You don't have to sit there and wait for messages.
Let me defend Twiggy. At Fat Camp, Twiggy was doing extra work for me.
This was before.
Yeah, that's fair. This is before Fat Camp.
Well, even before, there's 500 messages.
Yeah.
That's why I literally said multiple times that this is not a place to have conversations, especially.
It's supposed to be a hell week. Well, that would make good clips. That'd be great content. And if it's done well enough, maybe you'll end up on Drama Alert. You got the inside scoop. Nope, you threw that away, Twiggy. You are damaging the brand. Think about that, Keemstar.
Like only stuff regarding the show.
Segments. We were having conversations about the show, about the night before, and about segment ideas and things that we wanted to find and how we wanted to improve stuff for you guys. We were talking about the docket. We might make a joke about another show here and there, but we were still talking about the docket.
Literally, now that I think about it, he really is damaging the brand. You want to say Becky's damaging the brand? Whatever. It's Locale Live, called Locale, whatever. Twiggy is literally damaging the outskirts of the universe. Not the big shows. You look past the big shows, right? You have Live Queens Rewind. What's probably the fourth biggest show? Probably Aussie, right? Maybe Cafe. I don't know. I'm not up to see their numbers. But it's probably Aussie, right? So Twiggy is taking their star docket member, their second star docket member, quote, abusing them, maybe a little bit of a stretch, who knows, but treating them like shit either way, nonetheless, right? To the point where they quit. They quit the show. Now, Ozzy doesn't have a docket team, and if they do, they're probably solid. They might not, but they're not Chino and they're not Scully, okay? Now, that Content of Hell week or whatever, it's out the window. Because Twiggy has to do a week alone in his own hell. Because he doesn't have a co-host. Rastov is gone. The star of the show is gone. You're left alone to drown. You're damaging your own show. Good job, Twiggy. Good job. I hope you got what you wanted. Be the star you were born to be, pal.
It was mostly just
Every once in a while there was a good morning or something, but
every time I check it, it was, oh, how was your day? And then it would be somebody describing literally every detail of their day. And it would be multiple messages of them doing that. It was very hard to keep up with it.
Bro, you clock in at work and you talk to your coworkers and you're like, hey, how's it going? These people are not paid. These people aren't paid. They're volunteering our time. And you literally had nothing to do with it. You didn't need
fill up a cash.
You had no input into it. All you had to do was show up and work, dude. We literally did everything else.
Every day we had a docket done by by the time NERDS started, before you guys, way before you guys. We would get everything we put in, and we'd wait for every night after your guys' show, Rastov would give his opinions. Hey, no more this. Can we have more of this? You never told us what you wanted, and then you got mad that we didn't do stuff that you wanted. We can't read your mind.
I didn't get mad
that you.
So
Gino says in the Discord, literally we were planning a week-long event, and he was MIA.
I wasn't MIA. I wasn't told about it, and if I was told about it, it was drowned out by stuff, so I couldn't find it.
Bitch. Discord does you a favor, okay? When you go into a chat that you haven't read, it'll say at the top, new messages, and it'll leave you from the last point where you were when you did open the chat. So then you can see exactly where you left off, and you can scroll. There's a feature on your phone where if you drag either your finger across the screen or on your computer, if you slide the little mouse wheel down, you can scroll. And scrolling is how you get to the next part of the messages. And when you do that, pal, all right, you keep going and going and going until you get to the bottom of the messages where there are no more new messages. And then between where you started and where you wound up, you've seen everything. Is it that hard? Is it really that hard? If you see them talking about the cheese toast they had for breakfast and the bagels and the coffee and whatever else they had for breakfast, you can scroll past that. It doesn't take that long. Holy shit. And even if you do have a problem with that, guess what? You can talk to them. Talk to your docket team and say, hey, when you start talking about the important stuff, can you pin it? And then after we do the show on that topic, can you unpin it? Thanks. or not even like just there's so many different fucking ways. If you want someone to ping you or something like that, have you tried telling them that? That's also a solution. Like say, hey guys, you guys like to talk in here a lot. If there's something important, can you just tag me if it's something that I should see? Be like, hey, at Twiggy, important, or something. It's not that hard. Just talk to them, you fucking imbecile. Jesus.
Here's the thing.
That was literally.
I'm on the live docket team. No one bothers Keem. It is Keem comes and says, "This is what I want." Adds the docket team members, and then expects it to be there.
Mm-hmm. No, I literally told you guys in the docket chat how great you were doing. I love the different segments, like the fuck he say, the debates, the Facebook Marketplace stuff. I didn't want any of that replaced. Why would I go in there and talk about what I wanted to replace?
Gino said we were working on this shit, and he was MIA, then complained we were doing shit.
No, I literally complained to Rastoff when he told me that I wasn't ever in the docket chat or that I wasn't like aware of everything going on, because I told him there'd be no way for me to be aware, because every time I look at it, there's 200 new messages. It's a dumb conversation.
This is what I think's going on, right? And a lot of people have come to me and whispered in my ear, like Twiggy's getting a bit of an ego. He's getting a little out of control.
Twiggy has had an ego since the day he showed up. Since the day he showed up. I read these people like a fucking book. This is why I don't want new people, right? This is why I don't want new people around me, right? I can read people. And sometimes, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do push away a genuinely decent person, all right? But Twiggy is not that. Twiggy, I don't know if he's a good person or not, but he's definitely harming the brand. He's definitely has an ego. He's definitely not good for the locale brand. He's causing issues. And not the good ones. Not the money issues. Ozzy was down 35% like Ann said. And I think Keem said it on stream, so it's confirmed. Alright? Sure, they might have taken off some extra days because of the whole drama or whatever the fuck, but 35% is not okay. It's not okay for this universe. Alright? Sure, you're gonna have some down periods or whatever. Most of the shows, I know Rewind had their best month. Live might have probably had their best month. Like, Fat Camp was profitable, you know? Like, you're the reason why your show is in the negative right now. It is your fault. Solely your fault. And there is no one else to blame but Twiggy.
He's like bigger and better than everyone else. He's getting a god complex. And
shout out Billy.
I think that might be right. I think you might be losing it a little bit. Your head might be getting big.
I mean, unless I'm literally blinded right now. I haven't been any different than I have when I joined the Discord a year ago. And I have tons of people who have known me since before I was on a show that can back that up.
So you don't feel like you've changed at all?
I think I've gotten a little more. I think I've gotten a little more cutthroat because, like, literally, I'll say something and then it's just drowned out. But
okay, let me ask Rastoff that question because he like works with you day in and day out. So same question to Rastoff. Have you noticed Twiggy getting a bit of an ego?
Oh, 100%, dude. Like, they had to kick him off test because he kept jumping on their show. Like, it just...
I think Twiggy's always had an ego. It's just becoming more apparent and probably growing.
We used to have fun, and now it's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to stream with him again. I wonder what fucking bullshit he's going to pull on me today. Like...
I worked with this guy. His name was Selville Pancakes. And he was funny.
Interesting.
He was funny. And he is truly entertaining and funny. But he like lost his way like so fast. Like he just went from like...
I don't think... sure, he definitely lost his way. But he was always like that. People just made excuses for him for a long time. And then he was like, okay, this is okay. I'm going to do the next thing. This is okay. I'm going to do the next thing. And I just kept going.
This funny, charismatic guy to like this egomaniac crazy person. And people were whispering in my ear. They're like, dude, I think this guy's like turning into Salvo. I think he's losing his way. I know, but like the people are saying this. They're saying
the only thing I've done is try to like be more involved because I was literally being told both on camera and behind the scenes that I wasn't.
Yeah, I know, right, Leona? Very rare.
Involved, and then the minute I try to get more involved, it becomes an issue. Then I have to explain why I can't like I'm struggling to keep up with the docket and stuff like that. Once I described that, that's when it became an issue. It all happened at Fat Camp.
I don't think Twiggy has changed at all. This is the same guy that pulled the knife out episode 1 of Locale Aussie and flipped the script from all the
See, Billy, this is why I love Billy, because he's on fucking point. All right? He might love a little too many of the psychos and be a little out there sometimes, but yeah, Twiggy's always been like this. This is nothing new. Just like Pancake Man. It's nothing new. He was always like that. We just make excuses and look past it because of who they are, who they present themselves as, and we think that they're funny, so we just give them a pass. And that's what we're doing here. Twiggy's always been like this. He's always had the ego. Nothing's changed. He's just showing it more. Making it more obvious to people who didn't already pick up on it.
Shows he was calm, cool, brotherly like guy. All the pre-episodes. The first episode they went live, he flipped and went psycho and fucking stole the show. He's been
exactly, Ann.
Pulling back and forth with Rastov. He's had this chip, this ego. He's been doing this the entire time. He pulls and pushes with Rastov, and Rastov has got this rapport with the audience that gives him a level of control that Twiggy is trying to battle with. And the second you told Twiggy that he had any ability to fight back, he fucking ran with it, went to Rastov and said, Keem says I could fire you. And he held that over Rastov's head.
True. That could be a good assessment. But I do remember during the knife situation, he calmed down quite a bit. And I do remember a lot of fun that Twiggy and Rastov were having.
Yeah.
For
ages.
Yeah, because you gave him that check. That's why, because you checked him when he did that.
And now it doesn't seem like they're having any fun over there.
They're not.
They're not.
It all started. Well, I mean, at the end of every month, if you literally go look at the timeline, right? Around the end of the month, every month there's a crash out from Rastov's side, right? So then we work our way back from there, and then there's a crash out again, right?
The biggest
issue,
we've been doing this great fucking sample size.
Yes, well, there's been a few times where it's been more than one crash out, like this month. And while we were at Fat Camp, I don't know what it was, but something changed, and the energy just hasn't been there ever since. And it really hasn't been on my side. I haven't changed anything.
Twiggy, you want to work with someone else?
No, I genuinely like working with Rastov. Now I know he won't be able to work, he won't want to work with me going forward, but I'm still willing.
Let's see if anyone else can handle it, to be honest.
But there's no one else in this universe you would want to work with. Because maybe it makes sense. Maybe it makes sense you go work with Zay and Buff goes work with Rastov for a month. It's the beginning of the month.
I can work with anybody. I just have to.
Genuinely would have to be put on a certain watch list that involves Minecraft game over screen. If I had to sit through Twiggy and Zay doing a show, I would lose everything. I would lose my marbles.
I have to get an understanding of who they are, right? So like with Zay, I know Zay kind of well, right? I could work with Zay. I think that about anybody, like especially once I have an understanding of them, right? The biggest issue. There's some stuff I just don't even want to bring up because it's not necessary to.
Gino
bring
says Rastov crash outs are because
It's snowing. Thanks, Liana. It's 90 degrees here.
Twiggy egoing and being manipulative.
No, I was told the crash outs are because I don't understand his emotions. And
That's the egoing and being manipulative.
Yeah.
Twiggy, are you frustrated that you've lost the audience? Because there's even over at Rewind, they're all like, fire Twiggy.
I am, yeah.
Well, how do you think you should win them back? I thought I gave you a good game plan at Fat Camp. I literally remember you saying, out Rastov, and be super nice. Did you implement that?
I literally tried to help him get the audience back by saying, you took it a little bit too far. Next time, maybe dial it down. And he was like, fuck the audience, man. Keem says don't listen to the fans. I'm just like, bro, they don't like you now. You took it too far. He doubled down on it.
No, that night is not what he's talking about. Yeah, it worked.
Twiggy, the audience hates you. It did not work.
It worked until anytime Rastov gets upset, even if it doesn't, if I'm on the screen with him and not coddling him, the audience turns on me. That's the dynamic we have.
He just can't take responsibility about why no one likes him.
Oh my God, no.
See, and now you're backed into a corner, so you're going to start trying to use my emotions.
No, that's
as a
just
weapon again.
That's
great.
just
yep.
How
bro,
it is.
Fucking change the record for once. You manipulative fuck.
That's literally how it is, though.
Well, just
bro, can you please come to Aussie, bro? Please, just do me this one song. I'll do whatever you want.
This argument's getting me. I don't even know what the fuck to say.
Excuse me, Necro just gave us 100. Why the hell are my girls having drama again? Twiggy, pull your head in. Just be funny. It's not hard. Thank you, Necro.
How do we get the boys back? Because we like the Aussie boys.
I don't want to do it anymore. Literally, we've had Crowns who won't re-up. We've got Paypigs who won't re-up specifically because he was a cunt. And his attitude was, we'll just get new ones. Fuck him.
Sounds like he's a damage to the brand, Sounds like he is the reason why people aren't re-upping memberships. Which, sure, I know there's a whole thing about, Keem, for example. If you donate and you're like, I'm a crown, if this happens, then I'm gonna not renew my membership. Yeah, don't be a little bitch. No one's gonna care about what you have to say if you're gonna be like that. Okay? It doesn't work. Like, but if they're just doing it, like, Twiggy is an issue. They had 7 crowns. 7 crowns. That's $3,500 minus YouTube, whatever the fuck. $3,500 just on crowns. No pay pigs, no cash cows, no band world, nothing. Not gifted memberships, not donations, not ad revenue. $3,500 just from their ridiculously priced membership. That's insane. 7.
No, not fuck them. These people are the reason that we're as successful as we are.
You two were the
because
reason.
they care.
You two were the
No,
reason.
no.
I
Because
say
we
fuck
gave
you
them
to crowns and shit because, like,
Yes,
I'm
but this is the
Keemstar.
difference.
You
You
know,
have
yeah,
you have
starting a-
reputation. You could literally
They're
start
down to 2 crowns? Holy shit. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull out my old trusty calculator here. Okay. Here. Alright, calculator. Boop. 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 Oh my god. Alright. Let me do this. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing it right.
and do
brand
nothing, and
new
they'll
show,
pay you
you
because they
can't be
like
doing
you.
that. Yeah.
Well, what I was saying is that like if
over
if somebody
this, bro.
doesn't like
I'm
me
over
and they're
this.
not
I
crowning
am
for
too.
me, right? Maybe they'll crown for you. If they don't crown for me, like if they don't like me, I don't know what to do to make them like me.
But you abused
right?
them to the point where they were like, as much as I like wrestling.
Twiggy caused Lockout Ozzy to lose 72% of their crown memberships. That's wild.
Why are we using
Twiggy made them lose $2,500.
the
my
word
money?
abuse, bro?
Because that's how they felt, dickhead.
Okay.
How,
Like they
abuse.
literally
I
said,
make
they literally
one,
tell
I
me
make
to
one
the point
comment
that they're
calling
like,
a viewer
no,
retarded.
shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, dude. They literally talk to me and say like, bro, I like you. I'm sorry, but I'm not willing to give Twiggy any of my money. Literally.
I
And
have
I'm
a
like, I'm so
problem.
sorry.
I have a big problem. I like you both, but I like you both because you're wildly different, and that's what makes the show work. And that's just the truth of it.
I agree.
I can't. I literally am not going to just be treated like this. This is fucking bullshit.
You can have the attitude that that I said about people trying to hold you hostage with like, oh, I'm gonna cancel my membership if this happens or whatever. That's one thing, right? If you're Keemstar and you're at that level where it doesn't matter. If you're a smaller show like Aussie and a lot of people are doing that, then maybe there's an issue. Maybe there's a problem there.
Thing, both of you need to move a little bit towards the center. You're too polar opposite right now. Too polar opposite. The show is not going to succeed unless you both take a couple steps towards the middle.
But where's the middle?
Yeah. The middle is Twiggy. You got to stop being such a cunt. You need to come towards the center. Stop being such an egomaniac cunt. All right.
True.
Can he do that? Can he actually do that? And if he does, he doesn't believe in it. He's just doing it so he can exist.
Rastov, you got to stop being such a Karen about the fans and every little fan's feelings.
True.
I am
This is the
trying.
middle. This is the middle. You both have to step towards the middle a little bit. You're still going to be polar opposites. You're never going to be in the middle directly, but you need to move towards the middle. You're way too far apart right now.
I genuinely don't want to work with him anymore. Like genuinely.
And that's the issue. When I heard that, I was like, all right, this show's, it's on wobbly legs. It's over soon. I don't know if they're just going to recast people or whatever, but this is what leads to the whole Twiggy's on his own for a week, which we'll get to.
Gino's saying they need a Tard Wrangler. They do. Not me, though.
Can we all
have to be someone Twiggy respects?
Can we all pitch enough money in to send Twiggy down to New Zealand for a week and he lives with Rastov for a week?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Can we make him live with Rastov, and Rastov has to like cook him dinner, and Twiggy has to fix up his
No,
car?
this shit is too far, man. This shit is too far. Like holding my job over my head is too fucking far, dude.
This will be a great exercise.
Hold up, you didn't hold my job over my head? Literally one time when I got angry, and it wasn't that long ago, you told me in a private call that, just remember, I kept you the night of your crash out, but I'm still in charge of the show.
I never once said that.
You did.
Doesn't even sound.
I have never been.
He literally
It doesn't
did.
even sound like me, dumbass. Like, at least
You remember the time, Rastov, when you tied me to the train tracks?
Dude,
Yeah, that literally sounds like something Twiggy would say. I've never heard Rastov even remotely hint at anything close to that tone.
You literally
Guys,
reminded
focus.
me. that
Gentlemen,
King gave you
gentlemen,
permission.
gentlemen, focus. All right?
Mhm.
I have a great show for you tonight. All right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be hilarious. The Aussie fans will eat this up. Tonight, Rastov will be cosplaying as Twiggy, and Twiggy will be cosplaying as Rastov. Go do your show.
I think it's a good idea.
You act like Twiggy, and how annoying Twiggy is, and all the stuff you hate about Twiggy. You act it out as Twiggy, and Twiggy, you do the same thing as Rastov.
Wouldn't that just make it worse? I don't know. Maybe it'll work out, but I feel like that would just make it worse.
You should do the first person to break character gets a punishment.
Ooh.
I can definitely do that.
So owes you for him cutting off his mohawk.
I think Rastov immediately was like, "Fuck this! I'll have to be rude to my fans." I think he was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this."
No, like I just don't. The fucking work respect is gone. Like I don't respect him as a fucking co-host anymore.
All right,
no one else deals with this shit.
Okay, then we have to change. Then we have to you have to have a new co-host.
At best, unless he wants to go on at 8 a.m. or 4 a.m. Like, I don't know, man. Those are the only open time slots: 4, 6, and 8 a.m. I think 8 a.m. would be a good UK show, where Nightmare should have went, but don't know.
He wants to work with me for a while. I just
goddamn,
am very passionate about
show already.
I very much like Ozzy was my home. You know, like there was nothing that would be done.
Wait, are we good? Are we still buffering? Chat? Are we good? I think we're good. I don't know what you guys heard, but I was saying, I'll just repeat it. Twiggy is probably going to end up getting fired. Or not fired from the universe, but moved. And I was saying, probably what would work best is him going to Madhouse, but I don't know if they want to split the money so many ways, right? Because then you would have to split between them three, Bunny, Twiggy, Chaffee, and that all rhymes. Funny. And Keem, right? That would probably be what would work the best, because he's a psychopath, and they talk about weird shit, right? Or we can make a new show. The problem with that is there's only 3 time slots left before we have to start doing every other day streams, which shows aren't going to want to do anymore because of how much money they're making, right? And then that would cause a problem of who's streaming what day and blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if that's still the vision of the Lolcow universe, right? The only open time slots right now, 4 a.m. Who the fuck wants to do that? I think Twiggy was having a problem with Ozzy whenever it was around that time. 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. Nightmare would be, I think he's probably fun on test. I haven't watched, but I hear he's liked. 8 a.m. should theoretically be a UK show, because that's what, 1, 2 p.m. over there, right? That's still a little early, but it would work out, you know? You throw Nightmare over there, do whatever, maybe put Twiggy on test, I don't know, maybe that's an option. Whatever, either way, I don't know where Twiggy ends up, if he ends up getting, because this isn't going to last long, right? We have them segregated right now, because they can't work together. Twiggy's fumbling on his own, okay? Like, he's probably gone soon. So, I don't know how this is gonna go, but they gotta figure their shit out. And I'm very interested to see how it plans out. But keep in mind what I said. Madhouse, or maybe test. I don't know.
And that could make me leave it. There was nothing that could be done to like even when Rastov quit, I told him like, I was going to. In the moment, I was emotional. I didn't care like if you left, but thinking back on it, the show doesn't work without
Billy,
you.
what do you think?
Right?
What do you think?
I want to see Buff and Zay. I was invested in this.
I agree. But I do agree with Huge Ass here, who says Twiggy thinks he's smarter than everyone, including Keem. I actually agree with that.
Correct.
Well,
I actually agree with that.
I don't think that matters what Twiggy thinks. I think people who invest in what Twiggy thinks are fucking idiots.
Nah, Twiggy doesn't think he's smarter than me.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't.
Yes, he doesn't. I've hung out with Twiggy in real life.
Yeah,
exactly. Rastov makes money. He's also the quote Australian on the show. You can't have locale Aussie with just Twiggy. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work, right? You get rid of Rastov, who is the fan favorite who brings the money. It's not going to work. Aussie's going to die and fall apart, right? So Twiggy's going to have to go sooner or later.
That's why he just twisted your words like that, Keem, right?
Okay, yeah, but that doesn't mean he thinks he's
exactly Xylee. Exactly.
smarter than me. No, Twiggy in real life listens. He's good. He's good. I tell him what to do. He listens. He's like, you know what I mean? But look, dude, everyone has a little bit of an ego when the camera's on, right? And it could explode. You have to have a bit of an ego when you're on camera. It could explode and it could be like, out of control. That happens from time to time. I think that's what's
This is like the fifth time this has happened.
I think
this is why I'm putting my foot down this time.
I think we got to force the Aussie boys to fix this. I don't know.
No. No. How many times have you guys had to try? How many times have you jumped in to try and fix this shit? All right. No, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm putting my foot down. I'm fucking sick of it. I literally got abused.
You got to do the same thing I got to do with Zay. Trust me, it's gonna be fun. You just got to look at it differently.
No, you don't get it though. Like I've literally been doing this since the start. Like every time this shit comes to a head, like I'm the one that fucking like bends and tries to make it work every fucking time. I'm not doing it this time. I'm not doing it.
To the chat that keeps saying, "Wake up, Keem! Twiggy's gaslighting you and manipulating you." Guys, I know, but it's not really good gaslighting. It's not really good manipulation. It's like just.
He's
like
good. He's trying.
Well, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I know you're right, but it's like, it's not like it's super impressive where I need to be like, whoa.
And I'm not just trying to fix Aussie. I also don't think that because Aussie explodes that anybody else's trajectory should have to be fucked up because Aussie is.
Also correct. If Aussie falls apart, like, it sucks for Rastov, but aside from that, like, it's no big deal. Keem's got money. That little chunk isn't going to kill him, right? It's at the end of the day, no one's schedule is going to be changed. If anything, tests can run longer if they want, or rewind, even though they don't like the time slot, could go back to it and, go as long as they want. I hope not, because I watch Rewind, and I also have things to do during the day, so it's hard for me to keep up whenever that happens, right? Rewind, please stick to 2-hour streams. I know you like going a little longer, but come on.
Is exploding either. Like
I agree.
I think Buff Weeb has a
fucking
path
Aussie
set up
show
with Zay Zooted, and
I agree.
I want to see it play out. And if it plays out some way, if it does get switched up because of this, whatever, he'll make it work. But I think
I got a better idea. Okay, how about Twiggy takes a week vacation, okay, and then Rastov, you can either do the show by yourself or you can get different co-host, and that'll give you guys a break. All right, he's not going to be financially penalized for this week vacation. He can pop on other shows. Twiggy can do whatever he wants, and then you guys come back at a week and like, let's try to.
This isn't going to work. I know the plan gets changed here, but it's basically the opposite. This isn't going to work, right? It's been done in all kinds of different areas where people have had conflict, all right? One that pops in my mind immediately, funnily enough, is AEW. It's a wrestling company. CM Punk had issues with Young Bucks, who were the EVPs of the company. He had issues with their friend Jack Perry, and there were physical altercations. And you know what happened? They put them on separate shows. Okay, they separated them. Same company, Occasionally they would mingle and mix. Doesn't work, right? You could put Twiggy on a different show because you don't have to mingle, like intermingle or whatever, right? But it doesn't work when you try to separate them, and like it's just not feasible.
Can Rastov have Glammy?
He can have anyone he wants.
Jesus Christ.
Listen,
Maybe
that's what y'all need. Maybe that's what y'all need. Maybe you just need a break from each other.
Yeah.
But the reason why I chose Twiggy to take the break is because he lost the favor with the audience, so it just makes sense that he would take the break. You know, why don't we do that and then see where we're at a week
Can
from
we
now?
bring back Stonic and fucking try out Stonic again?
You could. You can have any co-host you want for this week. I mean, obviously they're not going to be a paid employee, but
yeah,
you know, just you do the show by yourself or with any host you want for a week, and then we'll have this big Twiggy return and see how it goes.
All right. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Twiggy, it's not
I
a
mean,
punishment.
I don't have a choice, so.
But it's not a punishment. I know how you're taking this like it's a punishment. It is
No,
not a punishment.
no, I get it. I get it, especially like me not being in favor, which, I mean, to be fair, when have I ever been in favor?
That's a you problem. You've made your bed.
Yeah,
We've been
you've
trying
done
to
it
tell
to
you this entire time to be.
You've done it to yourself. You just don't listen. You want to do things your way. You don't care about the feedback. You don't care about any advice people give you. You just want to do it your way. And if it doesn't work, you're not even going to blame anyone. Like, you're going to blame everyone else but yourself, is what I meant to say there. Jesus Christ. You can't take responsibility for anything you do. You don't grow.
A little less Twiggy, and you're like, "Nah, I got this," and we let you be Twiggy. We let you be Twiggy.
Well, yeah, I can usually be Twiggy, and it's fine. We'll get some hate dono stuff like that, which that's not even why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it because it's fun, right? But anytime I'm being me, and then there's emotions on the other side, people start to feel bad, and then somebody's got to be blamed for the emotions, even though half the time it's because there's something going on at home that has nothing to do with me. But yet, you know, I accept it.
That's why you got to be.
For you, right?
That's why you got to be better at it.
No, it doesn't, because I don't bring.
Twiggy, if I was in your position, I would have buck broke Rastov. You weren't good enough.
Well, the thing
you weren't
is-
good enough to fuck with Rastov.
No, I could have easily turned in, like any time that Rastov, you know, had an emotional meltdown, I could have played him like a lockout. But why would I do that?
So you wouldn't
Right?
be on the chopping block right now.
Yes, but so mess with somebody else's life to, you know, make mine better. Yeah, I could see where people would think that's something I would do.
It's still what you're doing, though.
But
You're
not
just
with
not doing
Rastov.
it
You mean
well.
I'm holding my job over my head, my fucking financial security over my head? You dumb motherfucker! You hearing yourself?
No, it's not.
Exactly. If you're going to be a piece of shit, be one that people throw money at. Be a Becky. Fuck, be a Zay. Zay Zooted can at least do that. You're just a piece of shit loser. Like, you can't figure that part out.
Dude,
I literally told him,
If you don't do what I
Twiggy,
do, what I want, I will fire you.
How many of them did he send you everything? Because I said multiple times that would never be something that would happen. The dynamic doesn't work without both of us.
I can
Bro,
fire you at any
this-
point, bro. But trust me, I will.
Yeah, you're
Like,
making him think that. Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
Buff. Hold on.
I can fire you at any point? That's a wild thing to say to your co-host.
I got the DMs in front of me. Bro, you're literally making him think that Keem wants him gone and you're saving him.
That's because Keem that night was acting like he wanted him gone, and he said a few things that implied that he wanted him gone.
No, you just said you can't understand sarcasm. Because you're a retard.
He's acting in its own implications, right? Okay.
No, he literally
Don't
like,
think Twiggy
for one, he
realizes
told me,
this chick isn't
he told me,
annoying. It's
you
just
know,
boring.
fire him, fuck it. Or fuck it, fire him, right? Handle it. But he also was talking about how, like, I don't... The first thing he said, the first thing
That
he,
girl 50 says, don't think Twiggy realizes the shtick isn't annoying, it's just boring.
Twiggy, you have my permission to say anything that I told you. You have my permission. Because
your first words were, Rastov's a little bitch, he ain't cut out for this, like... And then the conversation went from there.
Me though.
We started talking about, I went straight to, like, you know, changes I wanted to implement. I was like, I'm going to take over the OBS because the show gets held hostage anytime there's an emotional meltdown. Then I brought up the fact that, you know, we also need to try to tone back.
You think Mitch would be great? I've been trying to pitch that since the beginning. I think he would do great on Ozzy. I think it would be a perfect fit. I think Rastov and him have a lot of similarities. I think their dynamic would be great. They're both really funny. It would work.
Back the parasocial stuff. And I can't remember what was next, but there was another point, and then you brought up the point that
He's called in a few times too, but I don't know.
The emotional stuff can be played with. I can play into that. That's how locals work. So then you told me to basically milk him like a cow. I told you I wasn't really comfortable doing that. And then the conversation just progressed.
Okay. I feel like Twiggy is telling the truth about this conversation, right? But it's also...
And now Twiggy's telling the truth about the conversation. We went from the beginning, from confidence it didn't happen, to thinking he's telling the truth.
the context is we're drinking, it's been stressful, we're just talking shit type of thing. Like, you know what I mean? It at no point should it evolve that conversation. At no point should Twiggy be going to Rastov be like, yo, your job's in my hands, bitch. Keem don't like you and wants to get rid of you. You got to do whatever I say. You know, like it shouldn't, that conversation we had shouldn't have evolved to that at all. Like, that's where I'm lost.
Yeah, and that's where the conversation went. And as I said, I may have misunderstood it, but I literally asked, like, what to do about this.
Because I truly feel like you're telling the truth about our conversation, but it's just the context is so wrong. It's more like I'm just talking shit, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you said like 1,000 words to him, and he heard fire Rastov. Okay, like
no, I literally implemented everything else that we've talked about.
The audience is calling for Wonder Woman to replace Twiggy.
Honestly, could work.
Thank you, 1 2 cents, by the way.
Like every single change was implemented. We talked about multiple different things, and they were all implemented.
Twiggy, everything you did to Rastov is so fucked up and wrong, but I'm also proud of you because like it's so fucked up and wrong.
No, yeah, but
that's the one thing here is that it is fucking drama.
Yeah, it is drama, but Keem, the only thing he's going to hear about, the only thing he actually heard with the sentence you just said is that you were proud of him. He's not going to hear how fucked up.
Yep. Xylee, you're right. He hears what he wants to hear. Everything that is convenient to him, anything criticism, anything also important that he should probably be listening to goes right through his head. Doesn't hear any of it. He just hears the part that he wants. Compliments.
Up and wrong it was.
Xylee, thank you for talking for me. I appreciate it.
No, I'm not talking for you. I know how you
that's
are.
what you.
Everybody knows how you are, bro.
No, I mean, I can reflect on it and know that it's like I can see what other people are saying, but that's genuinely like we had a conversation. I thought it was a serious conversation. Like,
oh my fucking God. I just thought of something.
What?
Rastov. Sir, I have some bad news and some good news for you.
Oh, no.
The bad news is Twiggy will not be taking a week off of Aussie. You're going to be taking a week off of Aussie.
Oh, okay.
And the good news is you are going to be with me and Boogie on Lolcow Live for the next week.
What?
There you go.
There we go. Problem solved.
Two birds, one stone.
Keem is trying to get some more crowns on Lolcow.
I wish that would have happened, honestly. I'd be entertained by that.
We're going to get all All right, this is our time, guys. This is our time. Oh my God. What the fuck just happened?
All right, are you guys going to do Aussie?
yeah, I gotta think of figure something out real quick, but
because it's
because y'all have an hour left for your show.
I don't give up.
You guys can have the extra hour, dude, if you want it. I genuinely don't want to work with them anymore.
So are we just gonna go another hour here?
Yeah, you can.
We can hang.
Hour. I can put some stuff together for tomorrow.
All right. Sorry about sneaking up on your time and then everything.
Okay, so he had an entire day to put a show together. Where's that docket team that he had? Where's that docket team he was supposed to have? Oh, wait. They don't like him. Rastov's taking the week off. He doesn't have to do shit. Twiggy has no docket team to build a show. I want to see Rastov on Lolcow Live too, but it didn't happen. Well, to be fair, there was no show yesterday, but Keem also says he was joking. It was an April Fool's joke, unfortunately.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to wake up early. Shit.
Well,
Yep, you're gonna have to fix your entire sleep schedule.
If that's the case, then you got
they spamming W's. That's crazy.
You gotta spam all the W. I'm gonna go my ass.
All right, well,
Yeah, you gotta be up for your show.
Yeah, I gotta.
Get out of here.
I've been quiet. This big ass.
Some space in between you and that mic when you talk.
I'm sweet.
Suck it because you were sucking off rewind, motherfucker.
You owe for life.
Having this.
I can only go up from here.
I can't wait to have fun with her tomorrow. And that sounds fucked up. And you guys weirdos.
Guys.
Actually, yeah, half the Aussie docket team is in the live docket chat, and some of them have come over to rewind too. At least one.
And how many days into this week until Rastov throws his wife through a table?
Jesus Christ. You know what? Good thing is my bag's fucked. I couldn't lift it.
No, I'm gonna go, but
Twiggy.
I'm gonna go play Lost Via Damus, the Lost video game in Aussie chat.
Have a good night, Twiggy. You got a big day tomorrow. You gonna find some co-hosts to run Aussie with you? I did.
Nope, he's gonna go play video games and fumble.
You're gonna get Eric and Glammy.
No, I'm gonna get Glammy. That was my plan. Like as soon as he said something, I'm like, I love Glammy. Me and Glammy, we have a good dynamic. I think it could be some fun. But I am like genuinely like sad that things went this way too.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
You literally did it.
We'll see.
You literally made this happen.
I literally misunderstood.
It's literally your fault. Oh, I misunderstood. No, you didn't.
Like the conversation seemed so serious to me. I did not know that it was like sarcastic.
Yes, but if this was the first time that something like this would happen, we would go on tomorrow. But it's the 5th time, so it's not fucking new, dude. I can't believe you're trying to spin this. How sad you are when look how fucking happy you just looked. It's the biggest smile you've had since we started.
I always smile. I don't like. I've been very clear. Like even when I'm uncomfortable, I smile. It's why I'm able to look so calm whenever there are issues. It's practiced, I guess. I don't know. Like I worked in a pretty crappy job, so get yelled at all the time. You got to be able to stay composed when it's uncomfortable. So, yeah. Don't know what else you want me to say, but this is me when I'm uncomfortable, guys.
Well, Twiggy.
Well, Billy.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Billy.
It's all on you.
I'm gonna need it.
You don't have Rastov's soft exterior to keep you from being edgy.
Well, if there's one thing we can guarantee, it's that I will never be able to run a successful show by myself. And I'm aware of that. I've talked about it a lot.
He's aware of that. So what's your solution?
So,
well,
if I don't find the right help, I'm going nowhere.
Make like the hit ABC sitcom and get lost.
Did you kick him?
No, I didn't. He just had good timing. Kaidik says Twiggy seems sad mad that Keem didn't bring him to live for a week and chose Rastov. Acker Hill says...
Oh, that would suck if Twiggy was on live for a week. Oh, my God.
Production says, happy for you, Rastov. You deserve this opportunity more than anyone. Lily1989 says, Rastov is well respected by Rewind audience. Space Girl number 5 says, give Twiggy his own show already. Put Eric with him. Like-minded became Cash Cow. Popper Lives says, you're fired, Twiggy. We have Mighty 5 saying, everyone listen to Billy. He's never wrong. This is now the Billy Show. Hashtag King Billy. Anxious Aussie says, Twiggy, you admitted you're an emotionless freak who is even willing to lie about his wife being in danger for a bit. LLL. Huge Ass says, Twiggy thinks he's smarter than everyone, including Keem.
Yes.
It's getting high bill quality. Sorry about the way things happen.
I was sitting there and Keem was saying, like, why is Rastov not holding him accountable? And I'm like, what the fuck? What? And then it was like the glass just literally shattered. And I was like, this motherfucker's actually just lied to me again. And I sent Xylee like 8 fucking pages of DMs. 8 pages of DMs of this fucking gaslighting bullshit. I had enough. It's not a bit. It's not April Fool's. It's bullshit.
You Sussy says Twiggy is the biggest L in the LCU. And Tina No D says Boogie better not hurt Rastov's feelings. Stay strong, Rastov. Words can't hurt you. And she became Cash Cow for 2 months now. Rastov, wait and see.
What am I going to do on Lockout Live?
Yeah.
That's the end of the week's problem.
That's temporary, though. You have, listen.
I made that.
You have to think about.
I made that poor, tasteless joke about you doing something abusive. We don't think you're actually going to fuck up and crash out or anything. You're not going to do something terrible. The worst thing you can do is...
I quit before I got that.
The worst thing you can do is be boring, right?
Oh, the worst thing you could do is be boring. I wonder who did that. Interesting.
I'm still reeling from this because I've literally been sitting on this for fucking days. Like thinking every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna, I wanted to pitch an idea to Keem, and I'm like, fuck, I can't pitch an idea to him because like.
What idea?
No, it's a secret. Now I'm gonna do it on live.
Oh, you guys never did your thing you had planned when you came back either, huh? You had the whole Pain Olympic thing where you guys were gonna nail each other's nuts together.
It was gonna be so cool. No, it wasn't that bad. It was gonna be really cool.
Huge Ass says Twiggy made Rastov 1 stop talking to crowns and pigs.
One more part.
2 no longer.
So like, I should be focusing on my own show. Like,
where they go into the VC.
Like,
Shine.
No, I
Eliza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. We'll need to go to sleep soon.
Hey, if we all are watching, right? If all your business is public.
But then where does his entertainment come from?
Yeah.
Because most of the show has been him gaslighting me.
Because he doesn't like Buddy. Hands and you can still.
Where is it?
Twiggy mania and run with it and be the bad guy with it because he feels like he had that lack of power against you. And now
right, just gonna.
I got my own opinions. I don't need Billy's.
like
the camera for Queens. That is.
And that never ended up.
We need to sell that to Kid Behind the Camera for Queens. That is definitely a Queens episode. You are a fucking genius. Good Lord.
You and Keemstar put together, but he's not doing the right mix. And
He just
and you focus on what people are saying in chat a bit too much, and so focusing on what's being said by Twiggy or by whoever's in the thing, like you'll get caught up in what.
If his camera works, there he is.
Yeah, that's I guess.
This is no.
This guy is I cannot stand this guy.
Stradamus.
That is dinner with look stuff. Unless he does something.
Every night.
I mean, there's probably more stuff you regret.
I'm still waiting for Keem to make that a shirt.
Oh my god. He's the worst.
Told you to.
No, I'm just
If I'm this fuck.
The phone call because it said suppressed.
Oh, yeah,
and I've
Jessica
never
calls
seen that
in.
before, so I thought I was banned.
Hi, Jessica. Hope you're well.
From me in there.
Okay, let's go.
No, we're.
Here we go.
Man, there's this is no longer just a conversation with a few Aussie fans and Twiggy.
No, we're live on Rewind.
Off in here.
I just left the show, goddammit.
Billy in here.
Billy and Xylee.
We need to pause.
Me and Twiggy are
Wartime
now.
recorder.
Me and Twiggy are now pretty confident that this conversation did happen. But it was based on Rastov emotionally manipulating Twiggy that he was going to quit.
What?
Yeah, was this the night that Rastov said he was going to quit on Aussie the Thursday night of Fat Camp?
Yes. The conversation starts with Twiggy coming to me being like, bro, Rastov's quitting and he's just emotionally manipulating me. Something along those lines, right, Twiggy?
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking wild. I'd already quit at that point, and then we jumped on Test. I was literally done.
Yes, but even after test, you said that you weren't sure. So I was confused.
Yeah, because you spent the first fucking 3 hours on Test, like, making up all this bullshit about me, bro. Like,
I didn't make anything up. It just didn't make you look good, so it had to be made up.
Bro, oh, Twiggy, really? You literally told me that you said all that shit to bait me to come on and sort it out. You literally told me that. So, like, don't fucking say that shit,
Do you have
bro.
that message?
You told it to me over the fucking phone. Bro, you're such a cunt, man. I genuinely hate you.
Oof.
You are actually the biggest piece of shit I've ever had the fucking, like, displeasure of knowing.
Oh no!
Holy
What?
shit.
What the? Oh no!
Okay.
Jethro, please mute your mic.
Okay.
Interesting. What do you think about these developments, Zayzudit?
Like,
Who cares about her opinion? Who cares?
which ones?
On all
What do you mean, which ones? God, you're so fucking stupid.
Aussie between Rastov and Twiggy.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I don't know where to side in the beef, but like, I don't know. I'd work with Twiggy. That's all I'll say.
Twiggy, you've been hanging out with NERDS a lot lately.
Yeah, because I took over their show. I own them.
Zayzudit in particular.
Not really. I haven't really talked to her much. Most of the time when I'm in NERDS, she's AFK. I'm usually just talking to Exile, Final, because whenever I join NERDS, Final's in there, and I like Final a lot. So they've just happened to have a more active VC since I got back from Fat Camp.
Rastov, NERDS has a more active VC than Aussie?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
That's wild if that's true.
Is Aussie literally going bankrupt? Let me look at the numbers.
Days we weren't able to stream.
Why?
Well, you guys did the sleep streams, right? And then Twiggy fucking told me I wasn't allowed to do solo streams because you were pissed off.
No, I didn't tell you that. I said that it would be nice to know about the solo streams.
No.
You
You said Keem was fucking pissed that I did a solo stream, right? I missed the fucking fan, so I went live. You jumped on, and then you were like, bro, Keem was pissed.
Here we go again.
Dude, he was pissed. You shouldn't have done that. Like, I'm
I
like, bro,
jumped
we
on
haven't
the
been able to
stream
stream in
and
like
said
4 fucking days. And you told me that afterwards. Dude, you're such a fucking liar, dude. This is actually wild. How do you believe the
I
bullshit
told
coming out of
you.
your
I
mouth?
told you that we were coming back the next day. I had.
That's ironic, because Twiggy talks the most shit behind the scenes, right? So it's ironic for him to say, you know, I bet Twiggy just projects all of his opinions onto Razdov, just to blame him.
You literally told me that I wasn't allowed to fucking solo stream.
You went live that night when Keem told us not to go live.
Yeah, so I waited until
right before
after
that.
the fucking sleep stream so that we weren't like, going on at the same time. And you even said on the live stream, I don't think the boss is going to like this very much. And then you told me he was pissed about it.
I do not remember that.
So look, that is not true. I would prefer if Rastov could go live on his channel by himself because we needed Twiggy or whatever. He would do that. Right now, the Aussie channel is down, I want to say 35% down in the month of March. Not good.
All right.
Hello?
I gotta pee.
Every time I try and like talk about fucking numbers or anything, he fucking spins it that that's all I care about. So I'm like,
well, you need to care about the numbers. That's like, it's your job. It's like a very important thing.
I know that. I fucking know that. Like,
And I don't spin. I say that
shit,
you've got to like when we're live, you don't need to like pay too much attention and let that take over because we're still here to entertain and not like worry about what's going on while we're live because that takes away from your entertainment value.
Well, yes, there has to be a balance, but your
Yeah, I bet he's never said that. I bet he's never told Rastov that.
channel is down 35% for the month. So it's like you've taken a dip more than missing a week of work.
I get like, and then that's the thing. I would talk about like the big members that we've lost and shit like that, and then that shit just gets fucking spun around in my face again. That's all I care about. And I'm like, bro, yes, all I want to do is entertain, and if money wasn't a problem, I wouldn't care. But if we're not like earning the support of the fans, there's no show.
True.
But we've also got to push through like rough spots and like prove that we've got what it takes. And if we're like letting the worry of losing the show get to us, we're not going to be as entertaining.
Well, let me give you an example.
Okay, yeah, Twiggy told him, and the solo stream didn't make him happy. Other than that, we're good.
Well, Rewind is having a record month this month, and you guys go right after, and you're down 35%. So obviously, there's a huge problem. Do you think moving you after Rewind is the issue?
No.
No, because they've always 90% of the time gone after Rewind.
They can agree on something.
God damn it, Billy.
I think the issue was that the dynamic changed somewhere along the road. I just can't pinpoint where.
Probably you, Twiggy.
Zayzudit, why do you not want to work with One Buff Weed?
I mean, it's not that like I don't want to work with him, but I don't know. I just
Who are you fooling? You don't want to work with him. Not at all. You'd rather work with Twiggy. Why?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think the dynamic's gonna be there with me and One Buff Weave.
I'm gonna switch to mobile.
And like I've seen a lot of people ask for a long time for a show with me and Twiggy. I just feel like the dynamic would be better between us.
Why?
I feel like we've always had a real frenemies vibe. He's real hated me. I've real hated him. Then we've made.
Guess who's really got the frenemies vibe? You and Buff. That show yesterday? I mean, I'm not going to be watching every episode, but you guys got that frenemies vibe. He's going to crack you eventually.
Yep. Then we started fighting again. We've always been back and forth with each other.
Could it be that you're both villains?
Why is she so screechy? Great question.
I don't know.
Michelangelo.
Bingo, that's the answer.
God, can we stop talking about that? Please do not talk about this guy.
Well, how did you predict?
Please do not bring him into the conversation. He's the worst.
One Buff Weeb and Zayzudit.
Well, I already knew that everyone liked One Buff Weeb, and everyone was championing for him to get onto NERDS. And so Glammy and Eric were kind of like the ones that everyone said was the most boring and didn't want him on there. So I already knew Keem likes to keep the people that that everyone hates, and that would be Zay. And then Keem also pays attention to when someone says he's entertaining. So I put Weeb and Zay together, and then it happened today.
Great work.
Well, now if you're the lolcow Rain Man, how do we fix Aussie?
True.
Me and Rasta.
Okay. This is like Becky going to fat camp, shaving her head, and then coming back and just dogging the company. You just lost all your credit, buddy.
Damn it! You were so close to the sun, young Icarus. So close.
Oi.
Okay. And by the way, that fucking Bucky sucks. I've been there multiple times. It's so mid.
Okay, listen, I like that Bucky. Shut up.
All right, no Bucky's slander ever. Bucky's is wonderful.
It's like okay. Like it's like just okay.
Oh, I didn't care about the food. I just wanted the cups.
Bucky's is white trash pit stop. It's great. It's for white trash people who can't afford to go to Disneyland.
Dude, I'm telling you, Boogie and Kid behind the camera, those fat motherfuckers were like walking in that thing like they won the lottery. They bought all kinds of sandwiches,
one
kinds
of each
shit.
food item.
Okay, Keemstar, I'll give you a real answer. Okay, so how do you fix Locale Ozzy do Rastoff and Gamer of the Damned?
Ooh.
What?
So you make Rastov want Twiggy back. Okay, yeah.
You're retarded, but also smart because Gamer of the Dam definitely needs a spot.
True.
But it's not with Rostov. That would be one boring fucking.
Gamer.
Bucky's is a convenience store.
Damn, Eric
I love him.
and
I'd want to
Glammy
sleep on my
Lammy.
own show.
No. You know what would be really good? We need to put Gamer with the Dam with a person that just won't shut the fuck up. Gamer of the Dam and Zayzoot it.
No.
There you go.
You're bugging out. You're bugging out.
Oh my god, that would be some funny fucking content.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
Think of that. What the fuck? You never know what.
You never know what's in the woods.
And local live tomorrow.
That is a surprise.
Well, bro, I need to know. We got a whole show we got to put together.
I don't know. Fucking, I just found out like fucking 30 minutes ago.
Boogie,
what do you want to do, boss?
Stuff.
You want to just dog Twiggy for 2 hours?
I think that's a good idea.
Nah.
Good
There's no point. I tell you what, bro. We hit a high enough goal. I'll fucking shave my head on stream.
Let's go.
No, you won't.
You want to bid?
No,
we
you
hit a fucking
won't.
high enough goal. I will shave my head on stream.
Do it. How many members? How many members, Rostov?
No. We're talking cold hard donations, bro. I'm not talking members.
Oh
okay.
god.
I'm gonna let Keem see it. See what he fucking thinks.
You know what I want on Locale Live? And it's not going to be the same without wings for now. I want another gaming stream. When they were doing the Call of Duty streams, the few times they did, that was good content. I don't know if it's for everybody, but I enjoyed
I
it.
fucking hate you. I'm on Rastov's side, and this entire argument, I never said any of that shit to you.
You did though. My hair is fucking precious.
I don't care. From now on, I did not say that. He's gonna shave off his head. You wouldn't even keep the mohawk. Go fuck yourself.
True.
Oh. Wow, did Keem really mean that go fuck yourself, or was he laughing and being sarcastic and silly guy? Huh. I'm Twiggy, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's insane. Okay, all right.
It's gotta be a good number. It's gotta
Has
be a
anybody
good number.
been able to get this Bane John?
Locale Minecraft stream? Honestly, that'd be great content. Why do they not have a locale Minecraft server? Holy shit.
James Bond, but like the words are spelled different or whatever.
James
Has anyone
Bond.
got her on the show?
Yeah, was she gonna call in? I haven't.
She was on Queens when Becky was doing a solo stream.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to see her. I've been like hounding her to call into these shows, and I've yet to like truly see it yet.
Yeah, I'll send you the clip, I guess.
She just told me, "I'm sorry I didn't call in to rewind. A tornado hit me," and she's showing me like fucking all the damage around her house.
Jesus.
All right,
Nobody
well,
staying with Zay, or are you putting Buff Weave
oh,
somewhere
no,
else?
Buff Weed and Zay are saying, you know, Rassi the Say and Buff fight. So
It's definitely gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Or is Grim back?
Grim's home.
Grim,
Into the
I.
Choo choo, ladies and gentlemen. What a wacky and wild night.
Well, we didn't expect a 4-hour stream tonight.
I really hope that the Aussie boys figure it out, but Rastov seems done.
Wow, Liana, you traitor.
I don't think they will figure it out. I think I don't know. I don't think they're gonna figure it out.
Xylee's on the right track here. It's over for Ozzy. This isn't gonna work. Either you just throw this show out, which, you know, you shouldn't do, or keep Rastov, move Twiggy. That guy they were just talking about, Gamer of the Damned, Mitch. Like, there's a few, Wonder Woman. There's options. Who knows? Do tryouts. Locale Ozzy tryouts.
I really don't. I think Rastov has had his limit. Oh, Keem's here. Hi, Keem.
What up?
Yeah, I just want to say, the next Local Live is going to be amazing.
Hell yeah.
But Rastov won't be there. April Fools, motherfuckers.
So fucked up.
Yep, so April Fools, Rastov won't be on Locale Live. Unfortunately. He's on Queens and you did good. I'd like to see him on live at least once. But I think that's the end of this.
So fucked up. Or was Keen lying about that?
Oh, it was a great show tonight. Thank you, Kadik, for rolling with us.
Yeah, that's basically it. Chat. I think case is closed. Twiggy is a piece of shit, manipulative scumbag, damage to the Locale Live Universe brand. Okay? He's always had an ego. People just look past it. Now that he's doing more stupid shit, people are starting to point it out. People are starting to see it. He's had it since he started. He's always been an idiot too. From the knife thing, he never calmed down. He's always been the same. He sucks. Alright, chat. I think that's it for me today. I just wanted to get through the stuff. Got through the nerd stuff, the Boogie stuff, which I kind of legit am concerned for Boogie. Like I said, if all that's real. But we'll see. I think they might have formed an alcoholic because now he's taking shots on stream too. And then yeah, the Twiggy stuff. We'll be back with Locale catch up when there's more stuff going on, because honestly, nothing's going on at all right now. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be live again. Maybe this weekend. Not sure, but I got some videos planned that I'm gonna do. So if I don't see you, if nothing pops off for Locale, I got some videos planned. Very different videos. And we'll see how people like them. But till then, like, sub, do all the YouTube stuff. And yeah. See you guys in the next stream. Keep an eye out.